Man, who cares, bro? I'm just gonna look at you.
This is my room's a mess. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the messy room. As always, it's your boy Vic, and I'm chilling with my boy Jason.
What's good, bro? What's good?
My guy. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great day.
It's a great day. We're back in the messy room again, bro. Just talking.
We're back
bro.
in the messy room. We're talking.
I feel like it's been a grip since we made an episode, bro.
Goat Newton. Newton.
There you go, bro. Yep,
You feel me?
Go.
Messy room right here,
1-0,
ladies
bro.
and gentlemen. 1-0. 1-0. You know who Tampa knows? Owen. 0-1.
Yo, chill, bro. Chill.
Chill.
Can't disrespect my boy Tom like that.
Tom is still the goat.
Yeah,
and still
bro.
my dad.
Don't disrespect.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing guest for you. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, I can rave about this dude forever. This man is a fucking beast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
This man is fucking awesome. Yo,
he's a photographer, bro.
He's a filmmaker. He's a videographer. He's a beast.
This man studying anthropology, bro, with some crazy shit.
I
didn't even know anthropology was, bro. When he first, I was like, what? What is anthropology, bro? I never even heard of that shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, great friend to the podcast. He honestly, he helped us out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, for real.
He made our season 2 premiere teaser trailer, ladies and gentlemen. He started the wave that we've been on, and he's a fucking beast, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud and I'm honored to introduce my guy, Juan Jurado. Woo-hoo-hoo! My guy, what's going on, brother?
Pleasure, boys. Yo, thank you for
having me. Guys, it's been too long, bro. We told you we were gonna have you on, bro.
Oh, dude, I know. I'm excited. I was waiting for the day to come, bro. I was here.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, bro, we here, bro. Yo, you can see. I'm telling you, you can see the difference, bro. We're wearing sweaters out here in fucking New England, bro. This man's in Cali, and he's fucking wearing a tank top, bro.
Sun's out, guns out, bro. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. Yo, I'm chilling, dude.
How's quarantine over there? It's the same, or is it stricter? How is it in Cali, bro?
It's honestly a lot more strict. Everything's still pretty much closed. You guys honestly had a lot more freedom over in Boston.
Really?
For real? That's crazy.
Yeah, just because like they opened up too early, and then shit got bad. And
so they're on like a second lockdown.
Yeah, like a second lockdown. But it's all good. It doesn't matter anyways.
That's why Joe Rogan moved out, and he's in Texas now, bro.
Yeah. I seen him on the podcast the other day.
Yeah, yo, bro. So let's dive into it, bro. You're known for your skills, bro. Your filmmaking, photography, videography, bro. What got you even thinking about doing that, bro, as your career, bro?
Well, truth be told, bro, I've been filmmaking since I was a kid. I always loved. Like my older brother used to do motocross.
Okay. I
used to love going to the track with him. I used to record him. I used to just have a little GoPro, record on my phone, and just put the videos together. Just put little clips for him. Even when I was really, honestly, you know what it was? YouTube. When YouTube came out when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
I'm watching YouTube videos and I was like, damn, yo, I wanna be one of these cats.
I wanna be one of these cats.
They're chilling, they're just making funny videos. So I started off with that. And then from there on in, that's really where the filmmaking portion of it took off. But truth be told, photography wise, I really only started maybe like 7 months ago.
Yo, you got some fire photo shoots, bro. Like the angles and the lights, bro. I can see, and you even pay attention to that, like the contrast between shit. It makes it look fire, bro. And
the artsiness of it, bro. Like you have a pic on your IG, where it's like black and white, and half of it's black, half of it's like color, and it's a beautiful depiction of the woman in the picture, bro. Like it's crazy, it's fire, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, what it was with photography that really like got me towards it was I did filmmaking for so long, and then I realized that I can apply the same ideas that you do for filmmaking, such as composition, highlighting, shadows, the emotion that you create in film, the story plot, the action. You can put all that into a photo. You're just compressing it.
Yeah.
So that's really what the appeal came to me. It's like the way I like to compare it's like poetry. When you read a novel, for example, it's a long book telling a story. But when it comes to poetry, you can tell the same story, you can evoke the same emotion, you can have the same characters, you can have the same plot, but you just compress it in a minimum amount of words. And that's the same thing with photography. You feel me? With my photography, at least, I really like to almost make it seem like it's a scene out of a film. It's just a still of it, you know. And with
That's
me,
beautiful, bro.
thank you. And that's kind of like my artistic approach to it. That's whenever I do photograph, or whenever I have a model to work with, that's usually what I try to put together. I don't want to just, because I've seen, like, I know a lot of photographers, and not to talk bad on anybody, but I've seen a lot of people who claim the title, you know, photographer. But in all reality, all you do is just, you know, you put someone in front of you, you put the camera in front of them, and you click and shoot, and you call it a day. Yeah. People make money off that. Don't get me wrong, you know, and I can't knock the hustle. People make a killing doing that, and all power to them, you know. But me, it's more an artistic thing, you know. You want to get creative with it. You want to tell a story, and the most important to me is like evoking emotion. You know, you're getting the person looking at the photo to feel something. You know, I want them to feel, you know, sadness. You want them to feel love, jealousy, something. You know, you get them to see, that's what film does. You know, and that's what I want my photographs to do. So that's really how I went about it. And I mean, like 6-7 months later, so far so good, bro. So I can't complain.
Yeah, it's definitely, bro. It's definitely you're booming, bro. I'm telling you, man. Yo, like, cause I got recommended to you, bro. Anthony Vega, bro. He's my cousin. He was like, yo, he's like, you gotta hit up my boy Juan, bro. He's a fucking
related.
Yeah. You don't see the resemblance? We're like twins, bro.
Yeah.
I got the guns and everything like him, bro.
Oh,
man, 6-pack and everything. Nah. Yeah, he was like, yo, cause we were like, yo, you know. Ant's that's my best friend, bro, and that's my cousin, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so I call him for everything. And I was like, yo, I really want to do a trailer, this and that, bro. And then Ant was like, yo, you got to hit up my boy Juan, bro. He's a beast, bro. He showed me, like, this video you guys did together where he's, like, running an exercise. And I was like, this is the guy, bro. I told Jason, and I was like, this is the guy, bro. And honestly, what came into my head is exactly what was filmed, bro. And I can never appreciate you more, bro. You started what we love to do more and more every day, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Happy to hear that, bro. Nah, the trailer came out dope. I'm really happy how it came out, the final product. And y'all, the work that you guys put in the end as well, that's like the icing on the cake, dude. It came out great. I'm happy you guys liked it a lot.
Yeah, I like, yo, you were nice with the angles and shit, and like we were choosing all the spots, like where to go. It was mad fun. The way we even made it, I kind of the story's pretty funny, bro. Like we were like, yo, let's do this video, and we had the idea. We were like, yo, we're just gonna start running and make it like, where the fuck are these dudes going, bro? Like where are these guys going? They're just running, bro. So we were like, then we were thinking, yo, fire spots in the background. We did the Tobin Bridge, bro. The fucking, what was it?
Skyline by Boston.
The Skyline by Boston, bro. There was some fire spots, some shit that made like means stuff to us. Like I went to John's Pizza where I used to work. We went to Chelsea High, bro. Like it was just we were just driving around all day, taking videos in front of us running around, bro. Big trip like 5 times, bro.
Chill, bro. Yo, nah, ladies and gentlemen, no bullshit. Like, yo, I was tired. I had to do those takes like 10 times, bro. And we're running full speed, hauling ass.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, bro, that shit was tough, bro. That shit was tough. Yo, so I got a question. So, like, all right, because your photos are so like artsy, bro, and so like you're trying to depict that story, right? What you're trying to convey an emotion within your photos, right? What do you not take like if someone calls you like, hey, I just want to like model on this Acura or something, like I want to model on this like truck, like can you just take the pictures for me? Like, will you not do those, or like
like I will for sure. You know what I mean? That like it's something that I've like pondered myself when I really started like getting more people hitting me up. And like I'll do it. Mostly, you know, I make a living out of it at times. So, you know, I make a decent amount of money when it comes to someone just wants me for my photography. I'll do it for them. I'll charge them, just like anybody charges for a service. But I guess it's not necessarily what I would prefer to work on. If I had an option, I would rather do something that like create something that I'm envisioning and I put together myself. And with those, I do obviously like, I invest in myself. I get the models myself, the models I think would fit the look that I want to put together. And I create those, you know, if it does cost any money, I pay for that out of pocket. But I have way more fun doing that. You know what I mean? Than doing like a shoot for somebody, which again, I'll do it gladly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a service. You know what I mean? If you're paying money at the end of the day, sure, I'll do it. But it's definitely and there's other stuff I'd rather put my time towards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I could definitely tell because you have like a website with your portfolio and shit, and like all the names that you use are all like trying to send.
I believe it's called JuanJurado.com, ladies and gentlemen.
JuanJurado.com.
Boom,
Juan E.
Jurado,
Jurado.
bro. Bro, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Juan E. Jurado, bro, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and he got some fire pictures, bro. It's like he got Once Upon a Time in Paris, bro. I assume it wasn't in Paris, bro. It was just some flowers and shit. But like, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to like portray like a scene, like, you know,
A story, bro.
a story, and even and then you put the title on it, and then you're like, all right, I understand what he's trying to say with.
It looks like I got it. Your pictures, bro, look like screenshots from movies, bro. I think that's what you said, but
Yeah,
I think,
yeah. That's what it is, bro.
I'm glad you see that, bro. No, honestly, like 100%. That's really what I try to put together. Cause I don't know, man. It's like for example, I'm a big fan of literature. I love to read a lot. You know, I spend most of my day reading, especially now that I'm in graduate school. Like 7 days out of the week, I'm at home 6 days just reading nonstop all day. And so like ever since I was a kid, I really got into like stories, into not even just fantasy stories, but just reading about people, reading about different places in the world, about different times in history, just different scenarios. And I'm like, different characters in it. And I wish I could live in these different moments, you know, different times, different areas. But obviously I'm Juan and I'm constricted to the reality of my surroundings. I'm limited, you know what I mean? So with photography and film, it's a way for me to escape that, you know what I mean? And through literature, through reading, all these different creative outlets are ways for me to escape the confines in which I find myself in, which, you know, I'm not in a bad situation. I'm not, but just, you know, why wouldn't someone want to go
escape, bro? Do something different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Escape, see something else. You know,
it's like when you read like a book about fantasy or some shit like that. You're like, it's something crazy.
You live in the world,
like,
bro.
Like dragons and shit, and like you're just like, all right, I get to live here, and I could be the character that you are. Yeah, that's just fire. Yeah.
But I think that's the beauty of books, bro. Is that like when you're reading, you pretty much like. I don't want to say you become a character in the book, but like you basically like live in the book, bro. You know what I'm saying? You live in that world. Like I always bring up the example of Harry Potter because that's what I'm reading, bro. You read Harry Potter, bro. You're living in Hogwarts, bro. You know what I mean? You're in the wizard world. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what books do. Like you dive into the mind and the atmosphere of that world, bro.
See, and that's what I always tell people. Like all my you can ask all my buddies back at home. I try to get everybody to read. No one. Obviously, it's a lot harder.
It's hard, bro.
You can't tell people to read, bro. It'll come to them or it doesn't, bro.
Exactly, and that's something that I've come to realize. But the main reason I push for people to start reading more in general is because you're limited to the experiences that you live in your life. You feel me? You're only one person.
Yeah.
You know? There's only so many things you can experience. There's only so many places you can go to. But if you read. And, you know, preferably, I say nonfiction, you know, read autobiographies, read biographies, because through these books, you experience the life of someone else. You feel me? You now have the opportunity to learn from someone else's mistakes, to learn from someone else's accomplishments. You learn from what other people have been through, because these are real people in real world scenarios going through real shit. So you read about these people, and to me, that's always the way I took it. You know, now I can learn from this individual's mistakes, accomplishments, and I can take what fruits were given to him in his life, and I can apply that in my own life. That's why I love to read, and that's why I've read so many books, and that's why I feel I'm an individual who I consider myself an intellectual. You know what I mean? Because of that. But that's the only reason. You feel me? So that's not to say it's anything special. Anybody can do it, and anybody can achieve again that stage of intellect. But they just need to be able to put themselves out there and actually put the effort in to study, you know, to learn from these other people. You're limited to what you got. You got to.
That's true, bro. I never thought of it like that, bro. I definitely thought like, you know, so like when I was younger, right? I was that kid. Oh, why do I gotta read, right? Oh, you know what I mean? And as I grew older, I was like, yo, I started diving into the reading because it was like I had a question. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Or why is this happening? and then you go into the rabbit hole, and then you start reading. You know what I mean? That's what got me into reading, because I always had a fucking question, or I wanted to know more, right? Like, for example, I don't know, history class. The magic bullet theory is the reason why JFK died, and that's the official story. What the fuck? You know what I mean? That shit pisses you off. Like, what are you saying? So then you want to do your research, and then you start reading and reading and reading, and then it just became like a habit. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is fun. You know what I mean? It was out of curiosity. And I feel like I don't know, the way like reading like is brought up to you when you grow up, I feel like it's like a job, bro, and people don't want to do that job, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Very, very much so, bro. And that's a big issue. That's something that I'm very passionate about, in the sense where we live in a society that's created an education system that first and foremost is a Eurocentric education system. It promotes ideas of pretty much this European world, where the European man was the savior, came to America, brought us civilization, brought us democracy, brought us capitalism, it fucking helped everybody. Obviously that's not the truth, but that's what we're taught. And on top of that, the education system doesn't really promote free thinking. It doesn't promote, and it doesn't help individuals learn to think for themselves. What it does is just, it creates people to regurgitate information. You take in, and then you're supposed to repeat it back. But again, that desensitizes kids to learning, very much so. That's how I was. I hated it. I fucking sucked in high school. When I graduated,
that's what everyone says, bro.
When I graduated high school, I had a 1.9 GPA.
Yeah. I had a 1.3, bro.
That's bad. I had a 1.
Yeah.
You got anything below a 2.0, you gotta purposefully try to fuck up.
I mean, yeah, bro. I wasn't going to class. I was sleeping, bro.
That's why to get a 2.0, you just gotta show up and do half of the work, and you'll get a 2.0. But I didn't even have that. I was very dismotivated when I was in high school. When I went into college, I only got into one school. I got to LaSalle University. But I only got accepted into one. I applied to like 10 different schools, every single fucking school in nine. Every school. I only got into one. But once I got into college, and when I had that freedom to really choose what I wanted to study, that's when I started reading. I started reading like freshman year in college. That's what really drove me into now the track that I'm in today, where I'm at USC, University of Southern California. I'm getting my master's. I'll be getting my PhD in a few years. And that's really what put me on track. You know what I mean?
Congrats, bro. Congrats. Yo, clap it up for this, man.
For real, bro.
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, bro, for that. That's awesome, bro.
Yo,
what are you saying, Jay?
I had a similar story. I have a similar story to. I mean, I wasn't getting a 1.9 GPA. I was like a B student or A student sometimes. Like it's because I was just good at science and shit. So I just took science classes. But like I only got into one school because I didn't even give a fuck. I was just like, fuck, I don't want to go to college and shit like that. But once I did get into college is when I finally realized, bro, I got a fucking brain, bro. I have to use this shit so that I can, give back to the world and like understand my world by itself too. And that's why, similar to you, is why I continue to read. I like that. It's kind of why I started reading, and also why I continue to read, because I just like, I keep learning. Like you were saying earlier that you like to read nonfiction, like autobiographies and shit like that, bro. That's exactly what I've read. Specifically, I just really like science, so I stay in the science field. But like I've read about Einstein, bro. I've read about Tesla. I've read about Max Planck and all these dudes that are just like, they just think, bro. The early 1900s, and you were saying also like, bro, you want to live in that age? That's how I be, bro. I just want to be there, and I like invest and like think. And now seeing how they think, I learn how to think too. And I'm just like, bro, this shit is.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. You can pick at a dead man's mind, through their books, through the memories that they left behind. To me, that's like fucking gold, bro. That you're finding gold. I mean, that's something. It's like that kind of knowledge is like finding a well in the desert. You feel me? In the desert, where in this scenario, take the desert for our society. You feel me?
Damn,
it's dry, barren land.
Deep.
But they're not giving you what you need. You feel me? They don't give you what you need to survive. You find a well. That's a well of knowledge that you come across yourself, and that well, that's what's going to give you that knowledge. When you find a good book like that, man, that's what keeps you going. You feel me? And that's what keeps you surviving. That's what keeps you going, dude.
Yo,
that's a lot of people don't understand.
We're clipping that one. That was gold, bro.
That shit was fucking gold, bro. Like, yo, you should be a writer. I can't. This is what, like, I feel like I got all these thoughts, and I know what I'd be like, yo, I feel that's a crazy ass thought, bro. But I just can't say it in words that make it hit like what you just did right there, bro.
I honestly, I do like to write a lot. I've been working on a book for the past few years.
My guy, bro.
Like I mentioned earlier, I like poetry a lot. I've been working on a poetry book. Hopefully, I'm doing what do you call it? I finished it up, but I'm doing some reviews. I'm sending it to people, get some feedback on. So hopefully, who knows what the future holds, but you never know. Maybe.
Yo, that's cool as shit, bro. When it comes out, bro, definitely, bro, let us know, bro. I'll
come
read
back
it.
on the podcast, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bro,
Slide through, bro. Nah, like definitely, bro. I definitely want to talk to you, like once this is over, because, bro, I really want to get it. I've been wanting to get into writing. That's why I've been reading like Harry Potter. I ordered the Narnia books. You know what I mean? I want to really write a story. I want to write storytelling, bro. Right. And I have a few in my head, and I've written some like, rough drafts of like stories I just really want to put out in the world. Just like some creative stuff that I think it like just needs to be out in the world. Like I feel like I'm wasting my mind. You know what I mean? If I don't fucking put it out in the world. And I really want to just talk to you. We'll talk after, bro. You know what I mean? But definitely, bro.
Yo, seek that 100%, 150%, bro. And here's the issue that we were just talking about before. What happens is that with our education system, it doesn't promote children to want to learn, because what they keep telling you, like, if you get through this middle school, if you get through high school, if you get through college, you're supposed to do it because it's going to give you some sort of stability. It's going to give you some sort of livelihood. You know what I mean? That's why we do it. That's why so many kids go to college, even though they don't want to, and then they go to college not really knowing what they want to do, and they're just fucking throwing money out the window, going to the really expensive schools, getting balls deep in debt. And then they just come out still not even knowing what they want to do. The reason is because you're not guiding these kids to want to chase education and chase freedom of the mind. That's what education brings. You see, if you study history, say for example, the Dark Ages in Europe.
Okay.
When Rome fell, and then Western Europe lost all connection with Rome, it fell into the Dark Ages. And what ended up happening? People lost the knowledge of what the fuck you call it? Agriculture.
Okay.
People forgot how to grow food. People forgot how to create buildings, architecture. People have lost their language. People lost the ability to read. People lost the ability to write. And then people were controlled. Then the masses were controlled by the church. That's when the church really came into power. And now they're blindly followed by they're being blindly led by this power. And it's not leading them in the right direction. That's exactly the same situation we find ourselves in now. Why? Because people just aren't knowledgeable. They can't think for themselves. So they have to have someone else think for them. And that's the exact same situation we find ourselves in today.
Yeah,
but people had the ability and had the fire, the passion to want to go learn, and we wouldn't have that issue. But why? But then why would the system in power want kids like that? You don't want kids who want to go out there and learn, because then they're gonna know too much.
And they're gonna
I'm 50-50 with that though.
But I mean, I don't know. I think that's like how all leaders lead, bro, in this world that we live. You know what I mean? I feel like, so let me explain, right? I feel like any conqueror, bro, in history, bro, is gonna want their people to be ignorant, bro, in one way or another. So for example, I'm Puerto Rican, right? But like Puerto Rican history, bro, is all right. It's it's conquered and conquered and conquered, and it gets conquered again, right? So 400 years of being conquered and owned by Spain, right? We were colonized by Spain, right? And then Spanish-American War happens, and United States ends up winning Puerto Rico from Spain. As you know, the United States, they it was illegal to speak Spanish when Puerto Ricans were speaking Spanish for 400 years. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then they enforced English on them, and then it's a new language. They've been speaking 400 years one language. They became illiterate. They became, in quotation marks, like dumb. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what made them like ignorant. They were called, illiterate. They were called, savages. They were called dumb Puerto Ricans because we didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because we were colonized. It's not our fault. And then we were colonized again by a different country who speaks a different language. Then that country that owns us now wants us to speak this language in our schools and in our whole society. And if we spoke Spanish in this time, we would be arrested and thrown in jail because it was illegal. You know what I'm saying?
And then any colonizer would want their people to be ignorant. Of course, it makes them easy to control by all means. So if you're in the power position, yes, you want a dumb population. That way they'll take whatever you throw at them and they'll just, all right, well, I can't read or write for myself. I really can't think for myself.
Yeah, this guy's helping me out. You know what I'm saying?
This guy sounds like he knows what he's doing. Sure, I'll listen to this guy. Obviously, you feel me? But again, then, well, that's a colonizer. That's not necessarily a leader.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, bro.
But in history, we don't have true leaders. All we have is a history of colonialization.
But I feel like
because I feel, bro.
I also feel like good leaders have short histories, bro.
What do you
MLK, bro?
That's because, bro. All right. Those are certain circumstances. Yeah, that's because there are
JFK. They killed him. Robert Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X, bro. That's just in the '60s, bro. Like,
I mean, yeah. The thing is, bro, that I think that the people, they want ignorant people is because they're trying to control them to do whatever the fuck they want. But the real, like you were saying, that they're not real leaders, they're just colonizers, is just the real leaders will be the people that understand and free thinkers are actually what you really want. So I really think it's that the people that want ignorant followers are also ignorant themselves. So like they're ignorant leaders, bro. They don't understand what they really are, because free thinkers are all like, bro, like for example, us three right here, we could consider ourselves free thinkers. We're thinking right now in the circumstances of what people and society, how it works, right? That's a free thinker. So we have the opportunity to do whatever the fuck we want. Oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. Hold up.
We can do it. All right.
So if you become a free thinker, you understand the different perspectives from people. You know what I mean? Like I as a free thinker, I can put myself in your place. I can put myself in anybody else's place instead of just trying to be in my own world and build my own stuff, right? And when you do that, you build a world that's better for everybody instead of just for yourself. Because if you're an ignorant leader like that has ignorant followers, you just build what you want. As free thinkers, when everybody can think by themselves, we just promote each other in the positiveness of being able to think freely. You know what I mean?
And I'm 100% on board with you. I'm 150% on board with that ideology. But then the thing that opposes that, what comes in and contradicts it, is, I guess, for lack of a better word, reality. It's a very utopian idea to think that, that they'll come around this great leader that would allow everybody to think for themselves, that will allow everybody to create a life for themselves. It's a very utopian thought. How true, will it really happen in our lifetime, in our children's lifetimes, in our grandchildren's lifetime? I don't know. That's the real question. You feel me? When will we finally be free from oppression? When will we have finally that? But now a lot of people would argue and say, we live in America. America's a free state. America, America's great, home of the free, home of the brave, whatever the case may be. And they're not entirely wrong, no. But when you break down into the backbones of the structure of our society, there is no free thought. You feel me? We're taught, we're giving only the few tools that we need to survive, because they don't want us dead. We're used to them. We make this economy grow. We provide stability in this country. You feel me? That's you and me as Latinos. That's white people. That's black people. That's the poor, the rich. Well, the poor and the middle class. We provide a foundation. You feel me? So they don't want us gone, but they need us dumb enough to listen to whatever they tell us, but they don't want us smart enough to really realize we're being used.
Yeah.
They find that right in between point where we're so stupid enough to think and do whatever they tell us. You feel me?
And feel like we're not actually doing that.
Feel like we're not. That's the key. That's the key point. We're dumb enough to do what they say, but we really honestly think we got freedom, but we don't. That's just, it's all an illusion. But shit, man, that's a whole deep conversation to get into.
Yeah. It really is, I think, it's just time, because free thinkers, I think, breed new free thinkers. You know what I mean? When if somebody can like notice what the fuck's happening around them and see, oh shit, like, yo, I'm being controlled and I'm being put in places and in situations just because of certain circumstances, then they'll be able to tell that to other people. Be like, yo, did you notice like this thing? Like, isn't that kind of weird, bro? And then they'd be like, oh, that is kind of weird, bro.
It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, no
you would
bullshit.
hope it would work like that. You would hope it would work like that. But then they come in, especially now in the 21st century. There's so many, like, again, like distractions. You know, you have TV, you have internet, you have sports, you have all these things that really are made to just distract the mass population and keep them entertained. You know, be like, yo, these people are annoying as hell. You know, okay, let me give you a perfect example, right? You put the top 1%ers.
Yeah.
You put them at the dining table. They're all at the dining table. They're eating.
Okay.
They're having this huge fucking buffet, bro. They got everything up the ass. They got whatever they want to eat on this table. Here's the rest of the world, 99%. We're like dogs. We're crawling at their knees. You know, give us a bite. Give us a bite. You know, we're barking. And what are they gonna do? Feel me? They want us to shut up. And we're trying to enjoy our meal. So what they do? They throw a bone. Yeah, here's a bone. Pick at it for a few years. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? They do that. They constantly do that. That's how history repeats itself. It's the same people at the top. And once we take, for example, most of the revolutions that happened in the 20th century and 21st century. You had the Vietnamese Revolution. You had the Russian Revolution. You had the Chinese Communist Revolution. You had the Cuban Revolution. You got all these revolutions that came about, but it's the same scenario that almost pretty much plays out every single time. You have the top 1%ers. They come in and they see these people crawling and barking. We want some freedom. We want some democracy. We want laws. We want representation. You know, so what do they do? Fine. Okay, I'm gonna get you guys to shut up. Here's a bone. Here's the ability to vote. Here's the right to vote. Here's the right to own homes. You know, take for example here in America, when they gave African Americans, when they gave everybody the ability to vote. You know, here it was just a bone they tossed us. I mean, there's no real liberty from that. There's no real freedom. Nothing. It's just they need you to shut up. And that bone will keep you busy for a few more years until something else comes up. And that's something else.
Exactly what's happening right now, bro.
But
it's just another bone.
It's because it feels like a win. That's why,
yeah,
bro.
Like
you get comfortable. It's like finally our work has paid off.
It's because it feels like a win, but you don't realize that win is so small in the legit goal that
it's just the battle, bro. To be honest, it's just a battle, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You're nowhere near. There is no fucking room on that table for you. The last thing they'll do is give you a seat on their table.
I think what you got to do is build your own fucking table, bro. Build your own table and put it with people that you like. Put your people on, bro. And when you find out, it's just you got to work by their rules. It's always going to be by their rules.
But it's weird, yeah, because, man, I don't think it's
literally,
always.
It'll be like that. Like, say, I'm like, I know I can make my money in this way, whatever. I'll make my money. I'll teach my friends and my family how to make that money the same way. Well, I'll get rich, and then we can live however the fuck we want to. We'll be 1%ers, right? But then we had to play by their rules to get there in the first place. So we're still trying to be at their table no matter what.
I mean, you gotta play the game to own it, bro.
That's the key right there. How you can't cheat at a game you don't understand. You gotta understand the rules of the game first. You gotta understand what the playmakers are, how it all works. Once you do, then you can see your way around the board and you can make
your own rules, bro. Now
that's true. That's true. And I thought this is something that I've contemplated a lot throughout my years. You feel me? It's like, okay, how do you quote unquote make your own table? Or how do you take everybody off that table and put yourself on there? You know what I mean? There's a bunch of different ways to go about it. But funny enough, which is why I go back to how important books are. You feel me? I've been reading this book for the past 3 months. It's called Ruska. Ruska.
Okay. Ruska.
It's a thick book, bro.
It's a thick book. You're almost done, too.
I can't read thick books, bro.
1,000 pages, bro. I only got like 50 pages left. I should be done tomorrow. But it's a book. It talks about the history of Russia. It covers 1,800 years of Russia, right? And it took me like 3 months to read this book. It's really interesting, really well put together.
Real quick. What the fuck made you want to read this book, bro?
Why not, bro?
Nah. It gotta be a reason.
I'll tell you what. I love books so much. I think books find me. You feel me? I don't find books. Books find me. I mean, I found this book. I was on a road trip 3 months ago across the West Coast, right?
Okay.
I traveled through like maybe 12, 13 different states with my buddies. We were like four weeks living out of a van, right? One random morning, 6 in the morning in Montana, in a small town, 600 population Montana. I came 6 in the morning. I come into this gas station. I was a little hungover from the night before. I'm fucked up, bro. I'm like, yo, I need some water. I'm like, I'm talking to him. I'm like, can I get some water? And then I just found this little book on the counter. I was like, yo, whose book is that? She goes, I don't know. You can have it. I was like, all right, say no more. I took that book with me.
Free book.
And it's changed my mind. And I'll tell you, it changed my life for one quote. You know, it gave me one quote in this whole book. I took one thing from it.
1,000 pages for one thing.
1,000 pages.
Nah, that's the beauty of life, bro. You got to go through the trials just to get that one lesson out.
It's just that one lesson. You feel me? As long as you take one thing from a book, it's a good book and it's time well spent. But here's the thing that I learned from it. You know, it said, man will never be free as long as he is enslaved by his desires. And that's what keeps us down. It's not man that keeps us down, it's our desires. It's the idea of wealth, the idea of private property, the idea that I can own something. That's why the world is in the fucking shit show that it is right now. That's why our ecosystem's collapsing, because people think they can own land. People think they can own trees. People think they can fucking, you know, man will never be free so long as he is enslaved by his desires. So even if we're enslaved by other man, that 1% is a slave himself to his desires.
Yes, sir, bro.
That gluttonous appetite. You know how,
bro, finally somebody said it, bro.
You think rich people are happy, bro? They have billions of dollars, bro. But they gotta keep that. They keep at that. It's gluttonous, bro. They're never full. They keep at it. And their greed and their envy and their power, that kills them on the inside. And obviously it kills everybody else.
Because we want to be that.
And because we want to be that, they're there, but there's so much turmoil that comes from our clinging to desires that nobody fucking wins. Nobody wins.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I took from that book.
That's fucking crazy, bro. Yo, I mean, that is a whole different conversation, another different conversation that we can talk about. Cause I've thought about that shit too, bro. It's like, yo, all right, I can get rich, bro. And then like that's just like, I feel like everybody's talking about that shit. Yo, I want to get rich. I want to do this. I want to do that, bro. I want to be this, blah, 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 blah.
How can we do this to make money,
I want. It's always I want, bro. Like, but the problem is, what do you really want? That's what your flesh wants, bro. That's what you're like, yo, I get to live these 85 years on this planet, bro. I want to do this, and that there. But then you think like, yo, what is the true purpose of why I'm here, bro? And you slow down, bro, you realize all that shit. Like, yo, those dudes at the top are they're, like I said, bro, ignorant followers. The people at the top, whoever's following them, are most likely they're ignorant themselves because they think and they have the power over these people. So they're like, yo, I'm the shit, but it's just games, bro. It's games, bro. It's a tablet in front of your face, same shit, bro. It's just something right there to make you feel all tough inside, but then you go and you think. That's why, like, thinking about like a life after death and like your morals and philosophy and all that shit is way. It's like, bro, it's humbling as fuck, and you just like get like sad and angry and pissed because I'm just looking at the world and I'm like, bro, why are you guys doing that, bro? Like, why? Like why are you building that table, bro? Why did we all build houses? Why did we do all this fucking shit? Like, truly, why? We're just like bored or something, bro. Like, we're just doing this shit, bro. And I'm like, and then you just like think, all right, that's just my body because I can interact with this world. I think about that shit. I can do, I write on this piece of paper, bro. Boom. Oh, I could do that shit. I'm a fucking human. Damn, bro. But then you think and you slow down and you just get into your brain and you feel your dreams, bro. When you wake up in the morning and you just like, you're like, bro, that was a whole different world. That wasn't me. That was something else, bro. Like, that's the essence of what this life truly is, bro. And that's when, like, that I really think that the true life that we're supposed to be doing is chilling like this, bro.
There you go.
Just fucking sitting there thinking, bro. That's what we're supposed to be doing and unlocking the keys that we got in our brains, bro.
It's beautiful you said that. You want to know something? Aristotle said that the happiest man is a man who lives a life of contemplation. A man who lives a life of contemplation is the happiest man. And I truly believe that. You know why? So I read a book on Aristotle and philosophy, and what he was talking about was pretty much that we are so miserable with our lives, like anguish and misery. It comes to us because man has one great foe. We have one foe, and that foe is just misfortune.
Oh.
Misfortune.
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 I thought it was myself, bro.
No, bro. Misfortune. It's just time. Feel me? Time brings fortune. Time brings misfortune. There's a non-duality in existence. A lot of people don't comprehend. Some people call it yin and yang, but it's a non-duality. It means that everything's part of the same whole. You can't have good without bad. You know what I mean? It's all part of the same essence. It's two sides of the same coin.
Okay.
Two sides of the same coin. Once good comes, you can have 5 years of good luck. Everything's going your way. Everything's going your way. Everything's going your way. Next thing you know, bad luck comes your way. That's just the reality of life. There's nothing you can do about that. There is not a single fucking thing that you can do to prevent bad luck. Because that's just the way the cards are dealt. That's just the way the dice is rolled. You feel me?
So what do you say to like, finish what you were saying.
So the thought I had, so when in Aristotelian philosophy, he talks about how our greatest enemy is just that. It's just simple misfortune. You feel me? No one ever plans to break up with their girl. You feel me? No one ever plans for them to lose all their money. No one plans for their car to get stolen. No one plans for them to get beat up. All these things that causes pain and misery, no one plans for it. You know, we don't ever plan to get hurt. It just happens. It's just a reality of life. And because of this, we open ourselves to misfortune. Say, for example, money. Money is something that we cling ourselves to. We want money. We want monetary wealth. We want that car. We want that house. But tomorrow, in the blink of an eye, that can all be gone. Tomorrow, the economy can collapse, and there's no such thing as money anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no value to it. There's no value to it whatsoever. Now,
money
what
is
do you
faith,
do?
bro.
And now, what are you gonna do? You're an individual who put all your value and all your love into these monetary things, and now it's gone. So what are you gonna do? Now you're miserable. You feel me?
You feel lost, bro.
Now you're lost. Now you're miserable. So Aristotle,
unless you've been preparing for that shit already.
Unless you've been prepared for it, and that's what we have to do. So Aristotle says that in order to really live a happy life and to find happiness, you need to find a purpose. And every single individual living thing in this world has a purpose. Now, in order for that purpose to be found, you need to have certain situations. You need to have the certain, like a perfect scenario around you, pretty much. So not everybody ever finds their purpose, because first and foremost, all the basic necessities of life need to be met. You need to have, shelter. You need to have food. You need to have protection. And you need to have peace of mind. You know what I mean? Once all these things are met, then you're able to solely dedicate yourself to finding that purpose. And once that purpose is found, then it's up to you to hone it, to make it yours, to make it a skill, to make it something that's embedded in a part of you. You know what I mean? And once you do that in whatever that may be, you might be an artist, you might be a painter, you might be a musician, whatever that may be, as long as you found that, as long as you hone it and become a master of it, so much that now you become a source of that knowledge. Again, it's like the scenario I made up earlier with the desert and the well. You now become that well in the desert. People come to you for that knowledge. You're now a source of that. Now, because you're a source of that, it is a lot less likely. It's not impossible, but it's a lot less likely for misfortune to take that away from you, because it's a part of you. You know what I mean? Now, when misfortune comes and rolls around, takes away your house, takes away your kids, takes away your car, you still got that left, because that was embedded in you. So in order for them to take that away, they got to take you away. But when that day comes, which you will, then then you're fucked. But till then, that's a part of you. You feel me? And that's what's gonna bring you happiness. But you gotta find that. No one ever wants to. People, again, there's a lot of reasons why people don't. Again, the perfect scenario needs to be set up, and sadly, so a lot of people don't have a good life in the sense where they don't have steady income, they don't have a steady home, they don't have a good home life. They don't, maybe their families are alcoholic. Maybe there's
thousands of things that can
sexual. There's a million and one things, you feel me, that disrupt that balance that's needed in order to find this. And it's very unfortunate, you feel me. But for those lucky few who do have that stability and do have the time to dedicate to themselves and to finding that purpose, then you owe it to yourselves. You owe it to yourself to hone it and make it yours. And once you do, then, my friend, you will find true happiness.
Why didn't you tell me I was gonna be part of a story, bro? That was that shit was fucking crazy, bro. This man took that full circle with the
I know, bro. That was crazy,
bro. I don't know if you know. I just started tearing up, bro. That shit was fucking. I was like, I feel like I was literally put like into a story, bro. And they were like, "Yo, we're gonna open up people's minds real quick in a podcast. Boom, put these 3 people together, bro.
I'm trying to tell people, bro.
That shit was a roller coaster right there.
You get all this knowledge from books, man.
Yeah,
it's true.
Exactly, bro. Because like what you said is stuff that I've thought about, like, but I can never put into words. You know what I mean? So when you put it into words, I was just like, bro.
Yeah, I connected with what you were saying.
It's like, yo, I know I've thought about that shit. It's like, and it's all from my experiences as well. I get that shit from just, thinking, bro. I read something and I think about how it could apply to my life, bro. And then boom, and then I add it up. All right, this is a thing. Boom. And then even a TV show, movies, bro, anything, bro. Something, bro. A picture on Juan Jurado's freaking Instagram, bro. Yo, okay. And then I think about it some little bit, and then I add it to the tally, bro. And then that whole tally eventually makes this perspective that we're fucking talking about right now, bro. All that shit adds up to what the fuck just happened right there, bro. That shit was
That's the power of knowledge, bro. It gives you peace of mind. It gives you it makes you think. And again, this is a concept. I consider myself a free thinker. And all of this are consequences of free thinking. I'll tell you, I'll be straight up with you, bro. I've never been happy in my life. And I could say that not as a sense of like bragging, you feel me, but I've been through my fair share of turmoil and through my tribulations, my trials, such as everybody has. Feel me? Everybody has shit that they've gone through in their life.
Exactly.
But I find myself in today, I'm very grateful for it. I have a lot of good things coming my way, and I feel like I wouldn't appreciate it as much as I do if I didn't have the ability to really think for myself. You feel me? Because for example, like when I was in my undergrad, when I was in college, I knew a bunch of kids who come from like wealthy white families who like they were being completely taken care of while they're in college. They had no bills, nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And I never experienced that. Even when I was in my undergrad, I was commuting to school. I still lived at home. I worked every single day. You feel me? That was never a thought to me. But I realized a lot of these kids took that shit for granted. And it was very sad to see that. And now that I find myself in the shoes that they were in, where my school's paying for my living, you feel me? I have that stability. I don't have anything to worry about at the moment. Like I'm so grateful for that, you feel me? But I wouldn't be as grateful as I am if I didn't have the ability to think for myself. You feel me? I feel like I would be like one of those kids, one of those rich white kids who just like, yeah, this is normal. My parents pay for all this, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I don't know. Like it's the ability to think for myself. It's the knowledge that I've gathered that humbleness. You feel me? It really gives you a sense of humbleness.
Yeah,
and
that's what
it brings you back down to the earth. Realize like you ain't shit. You feel me? You're worth as much as the grass that's outside your lawn. I mean, it's all the same. Mm-hmm. And I have knowledge to thank for that. And that's what it brings me. It brings you a peace of mind where people believe they're special. People think that humans are special. We're not, bro. We're just as much as part of this earth as that tree outside in your backyard. You feel me?
Yeah.
We aren't special. But that constant, that pride that pedestal that we put ourselves on, that's what causes so much turmoil in the world. That's why the 1% is the way they are. That's why there's so much war, there's so much famine, because people believe that they can have control over another. People believe they can have control over Mother Nature. You feel me? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense.
This is a man that can see the whole universe right here, bro.
I know, bro.
Bro, opening it up. All right. I don't know. I don't even know where to go next, bro.
Nah, I just think what gets me, bro, is about happiness, right? Is the peace of mind. That's what gets me. Because when I think, all right, my happiness, I know what I want. I want what Jason's talking about. Where you're just sitting like that and you have nothing in your head that makes you have to distract yourself from what you truly want to think about, right? You have whatever you want to do, whether it be, reading a book, watch, whatever you want to do. That's what gets me, bro, because I live in this reality, bro, and I'm in the class that I'm in, bro. I have to think a certain way sometimes, and I'm led to think this way when I want to freely think however the fuck I want. So let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. Like, I could think whatever the fuck I want, right? But then there's a part of me that goes, okay, listen, I gotta work, or else I'm not gonna have stuff, bro, for myself. I have to do this to help my mom out. I have to do certain things like that distracts myself from, yo, I want to write a book, bro. I want to fucking, I don't know. I want to learn how to create music, bro, and bring that into the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like there's not enough time in this world to, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
No, you see, I feel you. And then that's exactly what Aristotle talks about, where he says
The misfortune you're talking
the misfortune. You feel me? Unfortunately, so not everybody has that perfect scenario where their basic necessities of life are met. But that's why so many people never really find happiness, because so many people are busy chasing and putting value towards other things. People are busy chasing a job or a career that they're not really passionate about, brings them no happiness, but they believe they'll bring them some sort of money, you know, and then some sort of stability. Or people are too busy chasing this woman who maybe they believe is the love of their life, but in the end ends up breaking their heart. You know, we're just pulled apart in so many directions, you know, but sadly, so many people just don't have that stability to really find within themselves that purpose. Now, in a utopian society, like we spoke on earlier, yes, you know, people's basic necessities will be met. Everybody will have 3 meals on their plate every single day. Everybody will have a roof over their head. There would be no homeless. Everybody would have medical treatment. I mean, these are very idealistic ideas, very utopian ideas. But if they were put into place somehow, some way, then everybody would then have the ability to find their purpose. And if everybody found their purpose, everybody would be happy. If everybody was happy, there'd be no more war, there'd be no more strife, no more of the shit that we see in our world today. But
you truly think people could be happy?
No, sir.
Like,
no,
fully
sir.
while having a neighbor? I feel like there's always going to be envy and jealousy and things like that. So, for example, what I mean by the neighbor is, like, I don't know, I'm happy, I'm chilling. All of a sudden, someone builds a house in front of me. It's slightly bigger than mine. What the fuck? Why is this house bigger than mine? You know what I'm saying? There's like, it's like you want more.
Those are the human traits we can't get rid of, bro.
Yeah, like, and it doesn't even have, like, we even have that instilled in us, even when we're all love. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I don't know, Jason fucking, I gave this example before in the past, bro, right? Jason goes to the gym and he starts racking up weight that I've never racked up before. I'm going to look at him and be like, oh shit, dude, this dude's putting in work. I'm going to have to do that too, because I'm going to want what he wants too. You know what I'm saying? And I love this dude, bro. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm hating on him. I'm like trying to compete with him for no reason, bro.
I mean, the competition thing is one you got to be able to separate, you know, because sometimes it's just lust. Like, all right, somebody's got a bigger house than you. That's just materialistic shit. In the gym, you're getting that pump up. That's for your positive health in your body. That's a whole different story. It's a whole different ballpark. But
isn't it the same thinking, bro?
I mean, it's the same. Yeah, similar thought process. You're like, this person's better than me. I got, you know, and then
I gotta boost myself up.
I guess it's just comparing yourself to somebody else. That as long as there's other people, you're gonna do that. So unless you want to just be one person per every like 100 million square miles where they can't find another person, it's not gonna be possible.
No, I'm not saying that, because I don't think this is another thing. I don't think humans could live without each other, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because then you go crazy.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's never gonna be 100% happiness. It's gotta be cycles. Well, I think something cool is like that. I remember how I thought about this, but he said something about time, and then I got the idea, bro. Time is like our prisoner, bro. Right? We live here, right? And we're just going through life by force, and we're put here by that. Like, we're gonna be put here for however long time that we're gonna be here. That time is our prisoner to what we can do. You know. We could do whatever the fuck we want in that time, though, but it's our prisoner in the fact that we got to keep going. If I wake up tomorrow, that's more time I have to do. I have to go another day, bro. You know, and then I go back to sleep. And then if I wake up another day, that's more time I got to keep going. It's like our prisoner to keep going forward, right? And if we have to keep going forward, there's always a chance where you're going to be happy and then you're going to be sad, because there's no way you can be sad without knowing that you were once happy. There's no way that you were once happy without knowing you were once sad. You know what I mean? So it's like no
Oh,
matter
'cause
what, you gotta go through the
able to
cycle.
compare something to the
Yeah,
other.
you
to
have
make
to
sure
compare
whichever
because
which
if
better or
if
worse.
everything's positive, happy, like 100%, like if there's like values to it, you go like 100% happy, right? That 100% happy has got to be all that time. How are you gonna be able to tell the difference between if you're happy right now and not happy tomorrow? Like you just don't know. You're just living your life. But we get feelings and get to go up and down. So that gives you the sense I'm happy, I'm sad. And because time is our prisoner, like you got to keep going, always keep going through your days. You're going to be sad and you're going to be happy. So that's just how life is.
You see the thing with that? You're very true. That's very true. Like, I read about it. There was a philosopher, like French philosopher in like 15th century. His name was Maltese. He pretty much came up with this idea that, so Maltese pretty much said that hardships that induces growth, because pretty much what he says, if you have a constant cycle of happiness, then there's really no need for one to advance. So what he says, things like, for example, natural disasters, things like disease, things like famine, all these things that come in and disrupt our human world, they come in for a reason, but we learn from them and then we advance and then we propel forward. So some can make the argument that things like war, things like famine, things like racism, murder, all these things are needed to keep the population in check and then to keep us advancing. Because if you have, again, constant good, then there's no reason to change.
But I feel
that's
like
just an argument. Do I agree with it? No, but it's an argument that a lot of people make.
But that's like saying like the oppressed is better off being oppressed. That's what, you know what I mean?
I 50-50, bro, because
it's more like the oppressed are better off for them the entirety of the population. Some people need to suffer for the rest of everybody to prosper. That's pretty much what it is.
it's got to be that way, bro, because if everybody's equal, I feel like it's just going to be chilling, bro. Like when I'm happy, bro, I'll just be like this. Just chilling, you know what I mean?
Here's then where like my opinion would come in, what I believe. I agree 100%. I think that if we were all just fucking chilling, like just outside on a nice lawn chair, if everybody was just doing that constantly day in day out, we would all be fucking perfect. There would be no issues to worry.
It would just be that. That's it.
It would be that, and there's nothing wrong.
We'd be animals, literally, bro. That's what cats do. Isn't that what like animals do? They just chill.
You get a little food here and there. You know what I mean? You go hunt. You survive off the land as you're supposed to in moderation, because everything there's a middle ground for everything. Obviously, at the point we're at now, we're all the way on the right side where we're sucking the fucking life out of the entire earth.
Yeah.
There's a point where you can kill, you can hunt, you can grow, you can have agriculture, but in modest amounts.
Circle of life, Lion King, bro.
We're way past that. But here's the issue. Why I think we will never achieve that. Never. At least in our lifetime, in our time being, because going back to what I said earlier, man will never be free so long as he is enslaved by his desires. And what I mean by that, we have the haves and we have the have-nots, right? We have the 1%, we have the 99%. Feel me? And this will always exist. It will always exist so long as man believes in the idea of private property. And by private property, I mean the idea that you can own something. The idea that I can own this piece of land. The idea that I can own this human as a slave. The idea that I can own this piece of corn on the cob. You feel me? The idea of something belonging to me. So long as that is predominant in our human existence, and we will never be happy. Because of that, then that's what's going to breed jealousy. What's jealousy going to bring? It's going to bring anger.
That's
going to bring war. It's going to it's a trickle effect. You feel me? So long as we think that we can own something, then man will never be happy, and society will never be peaceful.
It's impossible, bro.
I think it is possible.
Bro? How? Look at yourself.
I think if individuals
That's it. Yourself. You have a body. I own this. You can't take this from me. It's me. You can't come into my skin.
But I can, bro. I can take your life from you if I wanted to.
All right, but then that's it. That's all you can. Then I won't even have anything to struggle about. I'm dead, But as long as I'm alive and we're alive, I got my body. You're my personal space. Don't even touch me, bro. There's people I can't even be touched.
But that's not even. But yeah, I agree. But that's not private property. That's yourself.
I think it's kind of private property, is it not? And then
You don't
start
own
building-
yourself.
Yeah, but
right?
you do own yourself. Don't you? Do you not? I control my body. I do. And then I grow my personal space into this world. That's just how I do it. I grow my personal space off of me, not off of other stuff. I grow it off of me. Like this chair is mine because it's coming off my body. This house is mine because it's where my chair is.
Exactly. That's exactly what the issue is, bro. So that chair is yours. And it is. You feel me? What if that chair was everybody's?
Yeah, bro.
What if I wanted to sit on that chair? And what if your mom wanted to sit on the chair? What if your brother wanted to sit on the chair? You know what I mean?
You'll start crying, bro, because no one can sit on this fucking chair.
This is not the chair, though. This is a different chair.
It's more the idea of, you know what? This is for everybody, because everybody can have something from this. It's like having a farm. Feel me? Yeah, I could have all these corn on the cobs for myself, and I can store it. That's how the idea of wealth came about. When you have an excess. When we first started agriculture, when we first started growing food, we now for the first time in human history had a surplus. When we had a surplus, we no longer had the need to go out and hunt anymore because we could relax for a little bit. We had some food for some few days. You feel me? But from that's what came. Then the evils of mankind came, and that's where we're at today. Where the idea of wealth,
bro.
It's greed. It's greed. You feel me? What if you had the mentality, and everybody else also had the same mentality, where you know what? Yeah, I grew that piece of corn. Yeah, I grew this whole farm of corn. And yeah, I could store it all for myself. I could. But what's that going to do? My neighbor over there, his farm's not looking too good. I know he's got a family and I know his family's hungry. Why don't they come and have some of mine? I got all this extra. I put that work in. Yeah, I put that work in. I broke my back doing it. But you know what? I didn't do it for myself. I did it so everybody in my community can be happy. And if everybody had the mentality, then then I do believe we can find happiness. But that mentality will never grow in humans so long as we are enslaved by our desires. So long as we have the idea of private property, that I can own
It's
something.
getting my brain rolling.
Nah.
All right. Wait. I got a situation, bro. All right. You have 10 underwear in your drawer, bro. I go into your crib because it's not your crib, it's everybody's crib. I walk into the crib and I go to the drawer where are the underwear, and I just grab an underwear, bro, all of them. And then you go wake up in the morning and you go to the drawer and you go there and you open the drawer. There's no underwear and you got nothing. You're going to be tight. You're going to be like, what? I got no underwear.
I would. And your scenario makes sense. Of course I'd be mad. You feel me? But if we're talking about a scenario in that world, you wouldn't do that to me. Because everybody thinks...
Because it's in moderation, bro.
It's moderation. You only need one piece of underwear. If you came in and took one underwear for yourself, that's cool, man. By all means.
I got 9 more.
Yeah, you wouldn't even come in and take 10. You would have the mentality to think, I'm just gonna take what I need to survive. Here's my little underwear, and I'll be on my way. Here's my tanguita, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah. All right. So then let's take it to the extreme. You have 10 underwear, but you have 11 people in the community. One person's gonna be without underwear. What about that one person? Are they not going to be tight?
That's a good question.
They're going to be like, yo, why the fuck do those 10 people get underwear and I don't? But then I guess you can say then the next
you make an underwear out of those 10 underwear.
Or you'd be like, all right, today you don't get an underwear, but tomorrow you get an underwear and I won't get an underwear.
Or we leave it up, what I would do in that scenario, we would leave it up to again. We would leave it up to life to decide who gets the underwear. You draw sticks. You feel me? If that person doesn't get it, I think in that society, he'd be mentally capable enough to think, you know what? It was just misfortune. It was just my day. It was just my day not to get underwear. It is what it is. You feel me? But because that bad luck came, I know that at some point or another, good luck has to follow. Because there's only 2 sides to the same coin.
Yeah.
So as soon as bad comes, I'm sure good is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow.
Mindset. So then it's just everybody got that has to have that exact mindset.
Now, how do you achieve that mindset? That's
reading books.
That's the $1 million question. I think books, yes. I think in particular, people would have studied more East Asian philosophy. Like I'm a big student of Buddhism, Taoism, and Hinduism. And if you study a lot of these ideas, they promote, again, the idea of non-duality, where there is no separation of things. We are all part of the same whole, And if people were to believe that, my body here is just an anchor. I don't own my body. I'm part My body's all particles of the same universe. I come from the universe. This is everything here is all part of the same whole. I do not own that. I do not own this. I mean, we are all here to fend and feed out the same land. If you dive into it and you really learn and study that, you grow that mentality and you begin to think like that. But how many people are going to get to study that?
I think we need to present it in a different way, or present it in different ways, bro. We gotta present the idea of studying, bro, and reading or whatever, what we're discussing in different ways, bro. Because like what Einstein's quote, I'm gonna botch this quote, bro. If you judge a fucking fish on his ability to climb a tree, you know what I'm saying? Well, everyone's different. Then that fish is gonna think he's stupid. But if you present the idea of studying, bro, and learning and captivating ideas, what we're doing here, just open-ended ideology, bro, where you're not like in a box, bro, and you presented it in different kinds of ways for different ways of thinking for people. I think we could get somewhere or make some moves towards that utopia we talk about.
Yeah, I agree. I think we could. You feel me? I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. Now, the government ain't listening on this conversation.
Yeah,
Probably are, bro.
probably are, bro. We're hacking the system right now. Yo,
right now,
ladies and gentlemen, be warned. We're about to start lagging.
No, but check it. No, in all seriousness, I have this idea that I really want to implement. Hopefully when I get my PhD, I look to be a professor. I really want to be a college professor for a few years. But my real passion, my real goal in life, like, I don't give a fuck about photography. I don't give a fuck about film, to be honest with you. Like, I just do that because it's fun. And it's a good way for me to get my creativity out. But I have one main goal in life. To me, it's to re-educate, it's to revamp and put into the system a whole new education system. I want to completely obliterate, destroy the American education system because it's not doing anybody any good. It's only causing more turmoil. I want to create a new education system. Now, I have a friend of mine. I'm going to tell him to come listen to this podcast. His name is Kais. Very smart motherfucker. Oh my God, you guys got to talk to him. He graduated from UMass Lowell, top of his class in business. Like, he started up his own company. Like, he had $1 million investments. He's from Revere. Smartest business motherfucker I've ever met in my life. Me and him go back and forth because he's all about capitalism, free business, all this. And he shuts my idea down a lot. But I'm telling you this: if we were to put together an education, a school, a curriculum, right? Picture it this way: a public school, right? And it's divided into regions. For example, Suffolk County in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Suffolk County would have one school particular to Suffolk County. It'd be like a K through 12 school, right? Mm-hmm. And every child in Suffolk County would go to this one school. Now, it's huge. Think of it like a huge university campus. It's got facilities. It's got gymnasiums. It's got art buildings, science buildings. It's got everything that a kid could ever want. And they go, it's almost like what do you call those things? Like where kids go and live at school. What do they call those?
Charter?
Like boarding.
Maybe like a boarding school, right? Now, all these kids go live here. And now the curriculum is obviously the most important part. And what are we going to teach these kids? First of all, we're going to teach them philosophy. You're going to teach them how to think. You're going to teach them how people thought. You feel me? Better yet, not how to think. I guess, yeah.
How to think. Just
the history of
to think.
You teach them to think. There you go.
Think. Yes. Because it's not how to think. Only that person can make that decision.
You teach them to think. I'm going to give you all this information. You do with it as you please. Think. But think. You can think I'm an idiot. If I'm your professor, you can think I'm an idiot. You can hate me. By all means. But hey, you're thinking. And that's the most important part. You get that kid to think. Teach him about religion. You don't preach religion. You teach him about religion. You teach him about the Prophet Muhammad. You teach him how Islam came about. You teach him how Christianity came about. How Judaism came about. You teach them about the history of these things. Therefore, when someone, let's say they go home, let's say they have a racist parent who hates Muslims, like, them towel heads, blah, blah, blah. The kid would be like, you know what, Mom? I actually came to find out in school that you're completely wrong. I know the actual history of Islam. I know how it came about. I know the ideologies. I know what they think, what they preach. And come to find out, you were actually wrong the entire time. You know what I mean? Why can that kid think that? Because
stop the ignorance.
You stop the ignorance. You feel me? So you teach them about religion. You teach them about You teach them about language. You teach them how to speak different languages. We want people in the world to communicate. Feel me? You teach them about different languages. You teach them about science. You teach them about art. You teach them how to be creative, how to execute all that excess energy that kids have. You put that energy towards something, whether that be arts, whether that be a sport, anything. You need them to vent out that excess energy, right? You teach them that. You teach them literature. You teach them how to, you fucking just fill them with books, but you get them to want to learn to read. You don't force them to read, because then that's going to pull kids away. You get them to why you should read, why it's beneficial for you to read. And I'm not going to force you to read, but you'll eventually see why it's good for you to read. And then they'll want to read, and they'll keep on reading and reading and reading. And you implement all these curriculums, you implement these ideas to establish an individual who would then come out of this education system as a free thinker. As a free thinker. And if you install this sort of curriculum in this school and all over the country, you get rid of all the public schools, because the issue with public schools is, I did a whole course on this. The issue with public schools is obviously funding is a very big issue, where you have schools in low poverty income communities, for example, like Chelsea. Chelsea's not it's a low income community. Feel me? Now, a lot of people, there's not a lot of property taxes. Most property taxes from the schools. Now, there's no property taxes. A lot of the schools don't have the proper books. They don't have enough money to teach the kids. There's a low student to teacher ratio. There's a lot of issues going on with that. And now these kids are not getting a proper education. Now you compete them with someone living in Newton, for example. Newton, where they got money up the ass. Their school's got iPads. Their school got computers. The kids got, there's like 12 kids to a class the teachers can focus on. They got after school curriculums. They have tutoring. They have all these excess things to then help these kids propel and become better. What do we have in low income communities? Nothing. You don't have none of that. You feel me? And also the most important part is the narrative that these schools teach. And this is something that a lot of people don't understand. It's the narrative. If you go to a school like Chelsea or Revere, you feel me, where it's mostly Black individuals, brown individuals, Asians, Latinos, whatever, you have minorities in these schools. Then the school is a narrative. What they're teaching these kids is that, you know what? You guys can be great middle class individuals. You guys will be a great office leader. You young lady, you'll be a great teacher one day. You young man, you'll run your own little office. Maybe you'll make your own business. You tell them that there's a limit to how much you can do. You can be good, but you can only be this good. You can only make it right here. Now you go to these schools like in Newton, where it's predominantly white kids. You feel me? And you go over there, they're telling them, you can be a politician. You can be a CEO. You can be a millionaire. You can be a billionaire. You can be the president. They set the bar real fucking high for these kids. And these kids believe that. And they honestly and truly believe that. And that's what propels them to keep going forward. It's called the labeling theory. It's a sociological theory that pretty much says that if you label an individual by a certain label,
they're going to believe it.
And you keep telling them enough, they're going to believe it. And they're going to start seeing that within themselves. They're going to look in the mirror and they're going to see that label that you put on them. So you go to these schools like Chelsea, Revere, where we're labeling these kids as middle-class Americans. Like, you guys would be good construction workers.
Urban neighborhoods, bro.
Exactly. And then
you live in the urban neighborhood is what I heard, bro.
It limits how much kids can do, bro. And that's a huge fucking issue that nobody ever wants to talk about. And in my school of thought, that's what I'm gonna call it. You're gonna see it all over America. Mark my words, bro. Give me like 40, 50 years, bro. You're gonna see these schools all over America, and that's gonna be international. I'm gonna put these schools on an international level. That way, every single child in this world will have an education. No child will go without an education. And then, mark my words, what happens with that is now after a few generations of kids coming in and out of these schools, generations change. Because now these people come into the world, now the kids coming into the world, being politicians, making the rules, making the laws, making the government, all that, they're going to be free thinkers. They're going to be like, you know what the school taught me? That all this shit out here is fucked up. That makes no sense. And they're going to want to change it. Because you give people, you don't tell people that something's wrong. You don't tell them like, because you go to a kid right now, you tell them, Trump's a terrible president. He's doing this and that. He's doing this and that. You can force it down their throat.
Yeah.
Will they believe you? Maybe. Feel me? But to really get into anybody's brain, you don't tell them. You allow them to see it for themselves. So if you give all these kids this information and this knowledge, then they're gonna come out of that school, look around them, and they'll realize it for themselves. Like, wow, this place is fucked.
Now let's fix it.
And then change commences.
Lot to think about, bro.
Yeah, you got me thinking, bro. You got me thinking.
I'm thinking of 100 things right now. I don't even know what to say first.
That's what you got to do, baby.
It's really this. I've had the similar idea of me and Vic, bro. How many times have we said it, bro?
Bro,
Every episode.
Every fucking episode.
Education.
We start diving into the mind, and then we get to this point where Jason starts speaking, I start speaking. We're fucking, we're cycling. We turn into one tornado, and we're like, education is the answer, bro.
The education system needs to change. We need to tell kids they need to learn this, they need to learn that. And you said it too. So what the fuck does that mean? We have never talked about this same shit at the same time. You probably never heard us say it, but you said the same thing. What does that mean? I have no.
And it makes fucking sense. That's what it means.
It does make sense. But what else does it mean? That's what I'm trying to think of right now. What does that mean?
At least we realize the youth of today is more aware of these things. And I do believe, change has come. People our generation are definitely a lot more aware of the social issues that are going on, the environmental issues. For sure. We definitely are more, quote unquote, woke. You know what I mean? But
we're not woke enough, though.
Not enough, man.
Because
is that why we just keep trying to go to the next generation, like lesser, like younger, start them younger, keep starting them younger, and they'll get better?
That's the thing. You just got to, that's the key to everything. You got to start with the youth. You got to teach them. You got to,
yeah, because, bro, the kids are going to be they're going to be sleeping here, bro. They're going to, the shoes that you've laid down and the life that you've lived is going to be fulfilled in your kids, their kids. And and that's why, like, bro, we talk about this generation shit where we're behind. That's just how it is, bro. Like, we have to, and that's why, like, we have to educate this. And that's why there's still ignorance and bullshit, bro. Like, we can't even as people agree that we're fucking all human, bro. Right? We have to separate ourselves. Like, that dude's different because he's darker skinned than me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That dude's different because he's from this fucking part of the world. We can't even agree that we're fucking human, bro. That's, you know what I mean? Like, we just, like, and like, the education, and that just comes with the education, bro. We're breaded, bro, to think that we're fucking different from everyone else, bro.
You need to re-educate the population. That is the key. And I think eventually, if my assumption is correct, and you re-educate these kids with the sort of, ideas I just said, and they come to realize for themselves that society is fucked and things need to be changed, I'm hoping, again, it's very utopian, that eventually the ideas of East Asian philosophy will kick in. And then eventually people just be like, dude, what's the point of all this? I don't need a big house. If I have a roof over my head that covers me and protects me from the rain and the wind, I'm good. I don't need a nice car. If I have 4 wheels and an engine that gets me from A to B, that's all I need. Just small little changes like that eventually, hopefully, will get people to the idea that, cut off the excess and let's live for a community. Let me live for my neighbor. Feel me? Because so long as no one in my community is starving, as long as nobody is falling death to sickness, to famine, then we're all doing good. That, to me, once people believe that's the idea of wealth, oh, you're wealthy? Yeah, I'm wealthy. My community, we got no poor people. My community, we have no drug abuse. In my community, every child has an education. What about you? Do you live in a nice house? No, I don't live in a nice house. I got a roof over my head, but everybody in my community is good. Everybody in my community got a roof over their head. That, to me, is wealth. Once that becomes the idea of value, then we're chilling. When will that happen? Who knows?
Knows, bro. I thought we were supposed to be talking about cameras today.
I'd rather talk about this, bro. Because,
for real,
bro, this is what I think, bro. Bro, me and Jason, bro, we were in the beginning stages of this podcast. We were like, what are our goals? What do we want to do, right? I was like, we want to show ourselves as people, because whenever Jason, speaks to me, whether he's pissing me off, he's fucking making me die of laughter, or he's, gassing me up, or whatever the fuck he's doing, roasting me, whatever he's doing, it's like, yo, that shit's entertaining. So we wanted to entertain people in some type of way, but we also were like, yo, we want to build a community of fucking thinkers. It's literally what Jason said. We want to build a community
Bar for bar.
Yeah, bar for bar, bro. You know what I mean? We wanted, and it was like, yo, we want to spread messages, bro. Spread these thought experiments, bro. Spread it, bro. Spread it to the world, bro. And bro, like a trickle. Yeah, do what you want with it. Yeah, like trickle effects, right? We're chopping it up, bro. And I feel like I feel like it's the optimism in me. I always feel like when I get into conversations like this, I feel like I've gotten a little step closer to that utopia, bro. Because I'm the big fan of the utopia, bro. I'm the hugest fan of the utopia, bro. Like Jason always shuts me down, bro. But I'm always
when I think utopia, believer. I think of all the fucking problems that we got.
But but this is my argument.
What it is, bro.
This is my argument, bro. Is that all right? Because we are human, right? And we have the ability to change. We can eventually get to the utopia because we have the ability to realize our ignorance or realize our faults or realize our greed, realize our envy, realize our fucking lust, realize whatever the fuck we're dealing with, and we're able to adapt and change. Same way, it's simple logic, bro. Same way that a fat dude can turn skinny, bro. Same way that ignorant person can start reading books and become an intellectual, bro. Same way that, you know what I mean? Like, same way a person that can't swim can fucking swim. We can change and we can adapt, bro. That's what makes us different, bro. That's what makes us, like, able, even in the conversation, to go through the fucking utopia, bro.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. And I do agree. That's why, again, I consider myself a very optimistic thinker. Well, you know what? Even though we are knee deep in shit right now, yeah, I think there is possibility for change and there's possibility for a good outcome because of that. Because we're humans. Since the dawn of mankind, we adapt to our environment. We grow and we survive somehow, some way. So I think and I believe that eventually people will come to adapt and realize all the bad things that they are doing in life, all the damage they are doing to the environment, all the damage that they're doing to themselves, all the people that are dead poor living in war-torn countries. Yeah. They'll realize this is no longer, we're not surviving, we're not living anymore. We're just surviving. There is no life. We're just living to see tomorrow. You feel me? That isn't the human experience that we want. You feel me? The humans, what makes humans so unique is our ability for pattern recognition. And I believe that humans will realize the pattern that we've constantly got ourselves into, the pattern of peace, war, strife, hunger, this, okay, back to peace for a little while, more war, more greed, more lust, more famine, more death, back to peace. It's a pattern that we constantly keep knocking ourselves into. I think, and I believe we're eventually at one point or another, we're going to be smart enough where we're going to realize that's just not going to work anymore. It can't work anymore. We're going to kill ourselves off next time. And I think we're pretty much almost at that point. I think we're at that point of mankind where we're almost there. And if we don't kill ourselves, bro, by 150%, I believe that the Earth's going to kill us off. You know why? It's just as much as we adapt, the Earth adapts as well. And we're an infestation on the Earth. So the Earth eventually, if it can't survive with us on it, it's gonna take us out. 150% is gonna take us out.
So if we're an infestation like a virus, bro, viruses never go back to being good, bro. So is that the answer, bro? Is that
if that's what it has to be, bro? And humanity and mankind gets wiped out. That's the way the dice is rolled.
And you know what I mean? That's
for you, bro.
That's our fault, bro. That's honestly our fault, bro.
Isn't it because of our the design? Isn't it because of how we are built that we're like this? So how is that our fault?
Because we have, like I said, we have the ability to change, and we just never did.
Oh yeah, I guess we run out of time. Oh, that's okay. So I was thinking, right? So we got problems, right? Like we could say the thing that's stopping us from being in the utopia are problems, right? So if we have problems, to get rid of a problem, it takes time because we got to talk it out and then eventually get to an agreement, and then we get to the problem solved, right? So to To get to the utopia, we need to solve our problems, and to solve our problems, we need time. Correct?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
time infinite?
I could agree.
Is time infinite? Possibly not. We could all get wiped off the earth. So clearly, either time. So then my next question is, if time is infinite, so time needs to be infinite for us to solve our problems. I guess not infinite. Eventually, it'll get to an endpoint.
We have
So
to have a good amount of time.
we have to have a good amount of time, enough time to solve all the problems. But my next question is, are problems not infinite as well? Because how do we know? How do we know that there's not infinite amount of problems? Like, we just solve all these problems, and then there's just more problems.
Again,
and we solve all those, and then there's more.
No, you're right. You're right. And then again, this goes back to what I said earlier. You feel me? Problems are just misfortune. You feel me? And misfortune is always accompanied by fortune. Bad problems are always accompanied by solutions. Two sides to the same coin. So yeah, maybe we'll never solve all the problems that come our way. You feel me? Maybe let's say we solve a utopia and we have a utopian society and everybody's living happy and dandy outside, smoking a pipe on their lawn. You feel me? Reading a book. Everybody's chilling. But then we have a new issue come up. What's the new issue? Let's say the soil went bad by a bug infestation in the soil. Now we have no food for a year and people start starving. It could happen. And that's a new problem that we see coming. It's just misfortune striking again. But just as humans do, we solve it. And again, it's nothing will ever be 100% solved. We'll never be to the point where, okay, now we have to do nothing.
Okay.
There's always going to be something to do. You feel me? But so long as that something is then for, again, that communal sense where what I'm doing right now isn't to benefit me. What I'm doing right now to solve this problem is to benefit everybody.
But then, all right, so if we have, like what Jason said, if we always have problems, right, then it's not we know the problems are going to come, right? It's not a matter of, oh, we have problems and that, we lost. It's a matter of how we're resolving them and how we go about fixing them, bro.
How we react to them too.
Yeah, how we react to them, right? It's the thought process of it, right? Yeah. So like, for example, cancel culture, bro. That's how we're reacting to shit now.
That shit's stupid, bro.
Stupid as fuck, right? You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, this fucking person's, I don't know, Kanye West is canceled, bro, for blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And it's done. We don't even talk about it. We're not even discussing it. We're just fucking, blocked, done. You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody, because you still listen to Kanye, bro. Like, yeah. Cancel country.
Honestly, I haven't listened to Kanye in a little bit. Obviously, I'm upset with him. There's some stuff that was said. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of my research on him lately. Just some stuff he said got me upset. Haven't really been listening to Kanye. More listening to Kendrick. But that's besides the point, bro. But you know what I mean, though?
Oh, Kendrick.
Yeah, I love Kendrick, bro. But it's like it's okay. So we know there's gonna be problems. Like, for example, like that misfortune that fucking I don't know, a typhoon is just gonna come and fuck us all up for no reason, bro. You know what I mean? That's just natural shit, bro.
It's the way it is.
Instead of reacting some type of way, we react in a different way.
I mean, if a typhoon comes, bro,
I don't know. That was the first thing.
You can't predict, bro. You also can't predict the future. So
yeah, no, by all means, you can't predict the future. And again, going back to East Asian philosophy, it talks about how you can have a plan for anything. Feel me? Tomorrow, I can end this podcast right now. You feel me? Next thing you know, a meteorite crashes through my fucking window and I'm dead. And that I could have never seen that coming. You can never plan for the inconsistency of life. That's just the way it is. But it's just the fact that we all should accept. Feel me? Just like death. A lot of people are scared of death. A lot of people are afraid of death. Why be afraid of something that's inevitable? It's gonna come at one point or another. It's 150% sure it's gonna come. So why would you fear something that is inevitable? That then you only live in that stage of fear. And it's the same thing with people are afraid of change. People are afraid of what might come tomorrow. Feel me? But
tomorrow's inevitable.
Tomorrow's inevitable. You feel me? You never know what's gonna happen. But I think the ambiguity of it all. I think that's the beauty of it. You feel me? I think that's why you should embrace it. Because just as likely as tomorrow I could wake up in the morning and be blind. I wake up with no eyesight. You feel me? That can happen. 100% that can happen.
That used to be one of my biggest fears, bro. That ass, bro.
No,
That's
100%.
losing your sight is your biggest fears.
Yeah, bro. Wake up and
Bro.
I can't see shit, bro.
It's very
No,
scary.
no bullshit, bro. I've gotten like that's an idea that it doesn't even scare me. It used to scare me when I was younger because I have such horrible eyesight, bro.
Too.
If I wake up blind tomorrow, I was like, it was bound to happen, bro.
Dude, and that's just the reality of life. You feel me? But here's the beauty of it, and a lot of people don't realize. Just as likely as it is for you to wake up tomorrow blind, it's just as likely that tomorrow you'll find the love of your life. You feel me? Again, it's that good and bad. It's a 50-50 chance every single time. So you could dwell on the 50% negativity of it, man. Damn, tomorrow I could wake up blind. Tomorrow I could wake up with no feeling in my legs. Tomorrow I could walk out my building and get hit by a car. You could think like that. Yeah. Are you going to be happy? No. Or you could think, yeah, tomorrow I could wake up blind, but I could meet a fine ass shorty and she'll be my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could wake up tomorrow, walk out my building, get hit by a car. Or I can get some great news, find out I got accepted into the school of my dreams. You feel me? It's a 50-50 chance every single time. And that's what I tell people. You gotta accept that. People
I agree with what you're saying, bro. I agree with what you're saying, right? That you know, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, essentially, right? But what you can plan for it, bro. Like the same way, bro, the way we think about the economy, bro, right? Is we look at the trends that have happened in the market in the past, and we essentially predict what the fuck can happen in the future with trends and stuff. We can do that with life, bro. You could read it's in the fucking books. It's in the history books. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that has happened in the world. And we could use that to kind of predict how the fuck our world's going to turn.
Yeah, I agree. Again, it's that ability of pattern recognition that humans are very unique, that we have so uniquely. We can recognize patterns, and we can then, you know, through statistics, assume what could possibly come next.
It's always just a guess, though. It's
And
never because you can say tomorrow I'm gonna do this and that, but you never know, bro.
But the probability is higher if you
probability,
plan for it.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I mean?
Probabilities left and right, bro. But
wouldn't you want a higher percentage of something happening in your favor?
I don't. What are you trying to say though? Like you can plan as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you never can plan 100%. Like there's always.
So if you want to go through the utopia, bro, wouldn't you instill things now that will plan for that? You know what I'm saying?
I see where you're coming with, Vic, and I agree. I do agree. I think we have. Again, then you could also bring into the conversation the idea of free will. Do we really have free will as human beings? You know what I mean?
Sir.
if everything's planned for us, you know, do we actually have that ability? Again, that's an entirely different argument. But I see where you're coming from, Vic. Where even though we can't necessarily plan 100%, we could try our best. We can do what we can with what we have available to us, and we can see how it goes. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I 100% agree. And I think we all should. Even though the stacks are 50-50, you can try your best, try to get those odds up a little better. But
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying I know tomorrow. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. I'm saying like if it's like a little bit more planned or a little bit more dived into in the head, bro, you're thinking about it a little more. You could plan for something else, bro.
No, I agree. I do. I see where you're coming.
This conversation, bro. This is fire, bro. This shit got me thinking, man.
I feel like me sometimes when I get to a point where I just like, we've thought about a bunch of shit, right? And then now I have so many ideas backtracked in my brain, I can't make any new ones, bro. I got too many thoughts in my head that are like ongoing.
All right, then I got you. Let's dive into something that got me real interested, bro. I don't want to get this wrong, bro. I'm gonna go into my notes, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, it's rookie move. Don't do that. If you're hosting a podcast, don't get into the rookie moves of looking into your notes.
Rookie move is to announce that you're looking into your notes.
Bro, that's the joke. You see, this is what we talked about. This man's always ruining the joke, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a party pooper. Yo, bro. So Juan, bro. To get back to you, bro, we talked about the world and this shit's crazy, bro. I'm probably going to watch this episode like 60,000 times. I'm not fucking joking. But, yo, you're making a master thesis film, bro. I definitely want you to dive into that, bro. Let's dive into that, bro. It's fucking fire, bro. Once you said it, bro, I was excited.
Yeah. So for my master's, I need to come up with a 30-minute documentary film on the topic of my choosing. And what I'm going with is I'm focusing on hip hop. Now, Vic, I know you're a big fan of hip hop yourself, bro.
I also am.
Bro. Jason
And my
too.
boy Jason too. Jason.
He just came a little late, but he's here, bro. He's here, bro. He's nasty, bro.
So both of y'all fans, and I love them. You feel me? And I think hip hop is something that's very important, especially to our generation. Because so what my project focuses on is the history of hip hop as it spawned in the 80s, as not only an art form, but as a tool against oppression and against colonialization. You see, if you study the roots of hip hop as it came over, it stems from sub-Saharan African traditions of storytelling. You feel me? I forgot what the name was, but pretty much in the villages in sub-Saharan Africa, there'd be like a chief storyteller, and he would be the one in charge of educating the tribe on stories of the tribe's history, of their past, of their trials, their wins, their losses, their language. You know, pretty much, again, he's like a professor. He educates the tribe on these ideas, and it's all orally spoken. You know, there wasn't no written language at the time.
And they spread it?
Spoken. Yes. So you just spread it like how we would gather, for example, if you gather for a feast, you know, we all come together, eat, enjoy. That's what they would do. They would come together, gather, and then learn from the oral storyteller. Now, this tradition was then taken through the African Atlantic slave trade. When slaves were brought over to the New World, this tradition was taken with them. And then it was forged and it expanded and changed in the plantation. So now in the plantation, the same idea came about because, sadly, a lot of the Africans lost their language. They lost their connection with their roots, with their culture, with their traditions. So there still was the ability of that oral speaking, oral narration that progressed in the plantation, and it helped people keep that connection to their home. You know what I mean? And they expanded. So in the plantations, they would sing. They were called don't quote me on it, but then they were called like slave blues, and it was pretty much like a type of music they would sing while they worked, just to make the time pass and make things better. Feel me? And then also they would be teaching themselves. You know, they would talk about the African home. Anyways, that grew into what we call then blues, and then that became rock and roll. That became soul music. That became then what eventually was hip hop. That spawned in the 80s in New York. Now, if you study hip hop and where it came from how am I blinking? Give me a borough in New York. If you name it to me, I'll tell you. You guys been
Bronx, Queens.
Bronx, thank you. My Big Nose. It started up in the Bronx. Now, obviously, in the 70s and 80s, there was a lot of turmoil going on in New York, especially with the crackdown on drugs, with the war on drugs, with the crackdown on crack. Yeah. You know, a lot of the institutional racism that was going on in America, it was like a breeding ground for just turmoil in these communities. They were impoverished. They were drug infested. There was gang violence. It was just like a breeding ground for just bad shit. And what came out of this was hip hop. It was an ability for these young kids who had no voice. Feel me? They had no education. I take that back. They didn't have an education. They were given a poor education. So through hip hop, they found a voice in which to tell the world, yo, I'm here. I exist. Like we need help. Like, look at us. The world doesn't give a fuck about us. Bro, we're over here dying. And that's what hip hop created for them. It was that voice. And then obviously as it grew and it expanded, you see a pattern that hip hop always found its home in these communities, in these impoverished communities, as it made its way to the West Coast. You know, obviously you have famous groups like NWA that came up in Compton. And people like Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
Is it coincidental that all these people come from, you know, not very good backgrounds? It's because hip hop is that foundation for that. You feel me? It gives people in that shitty situation a voice. And then that grew internationally. And then that's what my project is going to focus on, the international scope of it. How hip hop then came about in Puerto Rico, for example, and how it came about in my home country in Colombia. But it came about in the same exact way, in the boroughs, in the poor communities, where these kids needed to tell their story. They needed to say something, you know what I mean? And it was literally and hypothetically a mic given to them in their hand. You know, here's my story. This is what I go through. This is what I deal with every single day outside when I walk out of my home. And it was that ability for them to do that. So hip hop really became a tool against colonialization, against oppression. You know, find a way to make it out of that. So yeah, that's really what the projects we're going to be focusing on. The whole history of that. It's going to have more brief introductions on New York and West Coast, but it's mainly going to focus in Colombia, because in Colombia there's obviously a lot of people know about Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel that came about in the 70s and 80s. But what a lot of people don't know is then the turmoil that came after that, because after Pablo was gone, the FARC was still around. The FARC was pretty much a guerrilla military that was funded first by the Colombian government, and that was funded by other narcos who wanted to see Pablo Escobar dead. And then eventually, like, they were a communist party, and then eventually they grew, they had their own power, but then they pretty much started a civil war in Colombia. And Colombia has been in a civil war for years. And like, my parents grew up in that generation. That shit was bad. It was bad. People were dying left and right. There were bombs going off every single day. Medellin was in turmoil. But all this turmoil led to the poor communities that are infected to spawn things like hip hop. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Comuna 13. It's like globalized now. Like, a lot of people talk about it. Comuna 13 is like this community in Colombia, very poor, but it recently got a lot of recognition in like the world, like all over the world, for it being this hub of art, hub of like, there's a lot of, like, the whole city's covered in graffiti, or the whole town is covered in graffiti. There's musicians all over in every single corner. There's rappers, there's artists, and this whole borough is known for breeding artists. So it's very popular. It's gotten a lot of traction. But yeah, so, and all of that came from the turmoil that, again, poverty causes, that drug abuse causes, that the military causes, that the government causes, oppression causes. And that's what came from it. Again, like to quote Tupac, you know, it's a rose that grew from the concrete. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, I definitely agree, bro. That's awesome, bro. That's, bro, beautiful, bro. Like, cause, bro, music, bro, if I didn't have hip hop, bro, and culture, bro, and rap, and you know, I didn't get to listen to, like, I don't know, songs like Love Yours, bro, J. Cole, bro, fucking, you know, just the, you know, just stuff that I can relate to, bro, as a person living the life that I'm living in the city that I'm in, bro, you know, in the situation I'm in. I think it would, like, I don't even know where I would be, bro. Like, music is inspired me to do so much things, bro, and has taught me, I don't want to say taught, because it's not like a teacher, bro. It kind of is, but not like a physical teacher, you know what I mean? Like, it like
makes you think and reflect, and then you
grew. It helped me grow up.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I agree, and that's why I'm very passionate, especially about hip hop. Hip hop changed my life. I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't know the things that I know today if it wasn't for hip hop.
Yeah.
When I got into college, most of my high school career, I listened to, I guess, whatever was out. You feel me? I remember freshman year of college, I had to commute 2 hours there and back to school. I used to take the T, the Green Line, 2 hours there and back every single day. So I just started listening to music. I started with Biggie, Ready to Die. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna dive into 90s music for some reason, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the first like 90s album that I listened to all the way through. Fucking fell in love, bro. I fell in love with the storytelling. And then from there I moved on to Nas, to Pac, to Wu-Tang, to Mobb Deep. And like, I'm a big 90s hip hop. That's my thing. And what really, I remember one day I'm listening, I think it was like to Nas. I'm on a train listening. And I had this thought. I was like, yo, every single album, every single artist, they keep rapping about and talking about the same shit.
Yeah.
And not in the bad way, in the sense where every single one of these individuals clearly has dealt with drug abuse, has dealt with gun violence, has dealt with gang violence, has dealt with miseducation, with poverty, with alcoholism. Why is this such a constant theme throughout all these different genres, throughout all these different artists, throughout all these different times when these albums came out? Why is this a constant theme? And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, like, even though, like, if you don't really pay attention, you kind of just, it almost goes past you. But you realize, yo, these people are talking about this because they live it. They experience it. Like, they don't make this shit up. Like, for example, say like rappers know nowadays. but they don't make the shit up. You know, this is things that they are physically going through day in and day out. This is the childhood that they grew up in. And me, I believe I grew up with privilege. You know what I mean? I grew up in Revere. Did I grow up in a wealthy family? No. You feel me? I'm an immigrant. I came from Colombia. Even though I had my own hardships, I never had to walk out my house and be scared to get shot down every single day. You feel me? And I wasn't worried about getting jumped by another gang. You feel me? Revere was fairly safe. You know what I mean? I wasn't worried about my parents coming home to my parents' overdose. I wasn't worried about that shit. I didn't have to worry about. You feel me? So I knew I was blessed in that way, but I never really heard the first person perspective of someone who had to go through that. And that's what rap really like gave to me. I was like, it's just like reading a book where I got insight into someone else's life. I only live my life, but through that music and through those artists, I was able to get insight in someone else's life and learn from their turmoils, from their adventures, and from their, from their experiences. And I was just like, it hit me. I was like, damn, that's crazy. These motherfuckers live through this shit day in and day out.
And I live to tell the story, bro.
Tell the story. And that's when it got me. I was like, man, that's crazy, dude. Like and they can share that with me, and I'm here listening to it. I took it just like you would a book. And yeah, from there on, that's really what got me interested in, in the mind and society, and realizing why we live the way we live, why things are the way they are. And I owe that all to hip hop.
Awesome.
That shit's crazy, bro. For me, it was like when you see them, when you see people talk about their struggles and shit like that, I'm just like, damn, bro. And I'm complaining. Fuck. Like,
it makes you humble, bro.
Yeah.
Humbles you. And again, it brings that humility where you're like, man, like, again, a lot of people don't really know how good they have it. Even though maybe your situation isn't ideal compared to everybody else, you should be grateful. If you have 3 square meals a day, if your parents are home safe, if you got a roof over your head, and you live in a safe environment where you're not in threat of your life, you got just about everything you fucking need, bro.
You said it, bro. You said it. You're privileged, bro. You said, "Oh, I'm privileged," but that's privilege, to be honest, bro. Like even anything that's something as simple as just living in an apartment building with your mom and dad, and they're healthy, and you get to eat every day. That's privilege, bro. Because there's people that don't get that.
Don't have not even the slightest, and we forget that. We grow so accustomed and so comfortable in our life, and we become. It's like tunnel vision. Feel me? You don't really realize how much shit's actually going on out there. But listening to music like that, reading books, it humbles you. And it makes you really think, man, there's other people out there. It's not just about me.
It makes you less complacent for sure, bro. When you read a book, bro, or when you dive into a hip hop song that's, it's wild to you, right? Like they're like gun shooting, bro, whatever. Earlier you were playing Illmatic, bro. New York State of Mind you were playing, bro. And Nas is talking about bullet holes lifting my peephole. I'm shooting out in street. You know what I'm saying? I've never had bullet holes in my fucking peephole in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've never gone through that in my life. And it's just like, oh shit, bro, that shit's fucking crazy. And the way he's saying it, bro, how Nas carries himself, bro. He's not bullshitting, bro. He's not, he's not 6'9" ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Fucking 6'9", bro. Faking it, bro. He lived that shit. He's real with it, bro. So you become like, you get this feeling of awe, like, oh shit, bro. It's insane, bro. And you just become humbled, bro. You appreciate life for the life you have, bro. Love Yours, J. Cole, bro. Listen to that fucking track, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome, bro. It's beautiful.
So I'm curious. So you would put Kendrick at the top of your list, best rapper all time.
100%. For me, yeah. I like the most list. I've gone into like 90s hip hop is like DMX, bro.
That's late 90s, early 2000s.
I listen to Jay-Z, but it's just because like when you find that first one, that the first one opens your eyes, then it's kind of just like how it is, bro.
Oh, nah, I'm going against anybody. I tell everybody, like, I love Kendrick, and I've studied just about every single album that Kendrick has put out. Because here's the thing, too. Like, again, I'm a fan of literature. And when it comes to real artists like Kendrick or Nas, for example, or Pac, half the time I don't even listen to their music. I'll look it up on Google, and I just find the lyrics, and I can read through it. And that's really when you because like Nas, for example, I've listened to Illmatic 1,000 times over. But every single day I listen to it, there'll be something that goes over my head, and I'll catch. I'm like, I never got that. I never got that. But that's just how fucking good he is. That's how good his wordplay is. But anyways, yeah. When it comes to like the best rapper, Nas was always number one for me, just because dude, it's so hard to put into words, bro. Like he just
does demeanor, bro.
It's his demeanor, and if you study literature and you study poetry, he implements so many poetic schemes into his rhymes that it transcends just the box of hip hop. Like he writes poetry, and you study it like you would study a novel or you would study a poem. And he's just so fucking complex with it. Oh my God. And I thought he was the best. But really, honestly though, when Kendrick dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, and then he dropped Damn, I was like, damn. Shit.
Oh, man.
I
People
think
be hating on that shit too, bro. That shit gets me so tight.
To Pimp a Butterfly?
No, damn, bro.
Send someone my way who hates on Damn, bro. I'll send him straight.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Damn is fucking crazy. Damn is crazy. And here's the thing with Kendrick, again, his wordplay, like half the time I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about because he's just so good. Kendrick's the first rapper, as I'm listening to whatever song he dropped, I'll go in and I'll read the lyrics as I'm listening to it. So I can even have a remote idea of what he's even saying. But I think he's the only rapper in existence who's able to compete with Nas on a lyrical level. But then where he surpasses Nas and it hurts me to say, it's just his ability to switch up. He has a million different flows. His ability to fit into any scenario, and just his what's the word I'm looking for? Diversity.
Diversity
is just Nas can't even do that,
bro. I agree with you 130 billion %.
Fear, he's just talking, bro, rapping his shit. Mad City, bro. That shit's bumping, bro.
Here's my favorite song off that album.
Fear is crazy. Fear is definitely my favorite song off that album.
Duckworth, my favorite song on that album.
Nah, you slacking, bro. Fear.
It's because the
7
first
minutes of beauty, bro.
The first time you listen to it, the first time you listen to Duckworth, bro, it's like, oh shit, shit's crazy. Oh shit, what the fuck? This is dad, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The Duckworth until like, funny enough, I never understood it until about a week ago. I was watching a YouTube video explaining Duckworth. And I've listened to it so many times, but I never got the story. You get it, right? It's his dad and
Top Dog, bro.
Yeah.
I never got that.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like
I never got that until a week ago. And I listened to that album at least once every 2 days. I'll listen to that album. I never got that. Got that.
And the way you're saying, the way you said that Nas is to you, like you go back, oh shit, that shit, oh you just said that shit, you know what I mean? Is the same way, bro. Kendrick, I'll be like, I learned everything I need to learn from Kendrick, bro. I'm good. I'll listen to like a song I haven't listened to in a while. Oh my God, this dude just said this shit, yo, and I'll go crazy again, like
every time.
Oh my God, like yo, Kendrick,
Fear,
and like
Fear, yeah,
bro, it's a godly song, bro.
That instrumental, dude, it's just so eerie. It's dude, it's just so like it scares you, right? And then the way he raps in, and then the backwards, the little backwards scene, you know, where he spits
at the
backwards.
beginning.
Yeah.
And it like puts you in a trance, and you're like, oh shit. And then after I listened to the song a few times, I was
then it opens. Then he's a little kid, bro.
He's talking about his life at 3 different points.
7, 17, and 27.
7 as an adult. And he's talking about the fears that he faces at all different points in his life.
Yes, sir.
I was just like, yo.
That's why it's the #1 song, bro. And then it gives you some scripture after, bro. Boom, bro. That shit is crazy, bro.
I remember I heard that song once. I used to do a lot of acid. I did acid once, and I listened to that song, dude. I was in my room. I was so scared for like humanity. I heard that song. I was like, yo, this whole world is going to crumble, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's no hope. There's no hope, man. I started freaking out, dude.
Man.
Crazy. Love that song, though. Love that song.
But that's the power that Kendrick Lamar has, bro. That he can legit instill emotion in you, bro. Like, I'm telling you, that man he's something else, bro. Like,
and it's like, it just gets you thinking about yourself, too. Like, Fear, that's why Fear is my favorite shit, bro. Because then I was like, yo, what are the fears that I've had? And like when he's talking about 27, he's like, my greatest fear is being judged, bro. Like at 27 years old, my greatest fear is being judged. And I was like, bro, he's basically roasting like, yo, imagine I'm 27 and my only fear is that to be judged, bro. And then I'm like thinking, what are my fears, bro? What are my fears that I think are like real fears that they're probably like ain't shit, bro? Like, what am I doing with myself?
It's like Kendrick, bro, is like a artist that it's like you just can't listen to the song one time and get it. It's like you listen to it, oh shit, he's telling a story, 27 years old, talking about his fears. Oh shit, this dude Kendrick Lamar thought about some crazy shit. Oh man, you start thinking about your own fucking life. You gotta listen to it again. Oh man, this shit's fucking crazy, bro. And then you keep fucking going, and that's what makes him number one for me. That's why I love Nas, bro. Like you were saying, bro. The example is Nas. Nas is that lyrically awesome, but when I think of the greatest art, you have to be able to place him anywhere, bro. You could put Kendrick on a trap beat, bro. Coolin', bro.
Fired.
Boom, chilling.
This man said radioactive, bro. On the radioactive song, you know the radioactive. He's on that. So he has a remix on that song.
You know what sold me? That Kendrick can do anything and it'll sound good. He can make anything sound good. When he hopped on that track with Taylor Swift.
Yo, exactly.
Bad Blood.
That's only Taylor Swift song.
Bro, I was gonna say, bro. You know Kendrick can spit at anything when he hopped on Mask Off, bro, and he just starts spitting on that track, bro. I was like, oh my god, bro.
That's not even the only one.
You ever listen to the song he did with Cole?
Yeah. I was
Forbidden Fruit.
No. Good Friday.
No.
Oh, Good Friday.
Yeah. I was gonna say Black Friday.
No, Black Friday. It was a Black Friday.
Black Friday. Yeah. That, bro, bro, them dudes need to drop a fucking album, bro. Because, bro, Cole is another one, bro. So Cole is like if Kendrick gives me the lessons and all the fucking my head going crazy, Cole is like, if I could explain it well, Cole is like watching a fucking great movie, bro. He's just like, oh man, the story.
He's a good storyteller.
Yeah, the great storytelling there, bro, is just insane. Like for example, Wet Dreams, bro. Obviously, it's about like getting a girl, bro. It's your first time, and
but the story's crazy.
Yeah, the story's fucking insane, bro. It's the oldest story in the book, bro. A dude chasing a girl, bro, and he's just trying to fuck her, bro. Whatever, you know what I mean? But the way he just goes about that story, it starts off, you see the side of him. He's nervous, bro. He's starting to
lying about being a virgin.
He's starting to lie. He's starting to be insecure. All of a sudden, it just flips all around. And then she's like, yo, hold up. I'm new to this too. And it's like, oh shit. Like those two need to drop.
I love Cole. I do. I listen to a lot of Cole's work. For me, though, and a lot of people have this argument, they're like, oh, no, Cole's number one. Cole beats Kendrick.
Nah.
Definitely not.
Cole, like, I love Cole. Like, Cole can't even touch Nas, and I'll tell you exactly why. Cole is an amazing storyteller. He can put so much emotion into his music, yes. But just in terms of, like lyrical proficiency, like, the ability to just, like, put together a complex rhyme that you won't understand the first time, the second time, the third, not even the 20th time.
Mm-hmm.
You need to dig deep and really analyze what the fuck he just said.
It's like hidden, like gems, line. Bro.
Yes. Cole can't really do that for me. Cole's very good with his wordplay, but it's very simple rhymes in the sense where you can listen to it 1, 2, 3 times, and for the most part, you really understand the message he's trying to convey. But and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just his style.
Another one is
complexity and the ingenuity that people like Kendrick and Nas put into their rhymes. Cole can't touch that.
So, all right.
Well, right, real quick. One thing that you can say, it's like you look at Lil Wayne, bro, where he like can put together bars that are like their words. It's like the same sound, but it's a different word.
He uses
like that shit's crazy. That's a skill that J. Cole doesn't have. But J. Cole has us being able to tell stories, which Lil Wayne does too. But then Kendrick's like both of them. Goats, Kendrick's like both of them, and then
here's the thing: Kendrick, I think, just took everything from everybody, and then he's just the epitome of like everything possible a rapper in one. He can do it.
Cause you ever heard that song? What's it called? Mona Lisa, with the Lil Wayne song with Kendrick, bro. Like the flow on it is so. He's like, good, but he's like spitting bars though. Like he's still spitting bars. Like he's fucking crazy,
bro. Now you know what's a good time that he does like that? Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, bro, Kendrick doesn't even have to name his fucking songs, bro. There's an album called Untitled that's fucking crazy.
I love Untitled and Master.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't even have to name his songs, bro.
You know those are just throwaways from To Pimp a Butterfly, right?
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. Even the throwaways are better than.
You know which one's a crazy one?
People's work.
You know which one's crazy, bro? Untitled 3, where he's like going through the different perspectives of people. He's like the Indian said. The Indian told me that I should invest in property and then like shit like that, bro.
Bro. You know what's a really good Kendrick song? I love To Pimp a Butterfly. Honestly, I think To Pimp a Butterfly is better than Damn.
No, for sure.
And
I just love Damn though.
The one song he's got on there, Have you listened to it? Yo,
crazy, bro.
Heard that?
Cried.
Talking about him like being drunk and dealing. So like again, I listened to the song a million times, but I never really understood it. And so I saw an interview of him explaining. He was talking about how when he was on tour, his best friend got shot and died back in Compton.
Didn't go.
And he was like dealing, and the song is pretty much him dealing with himself, looking himself in the mirror and realizing like you put all this money, this fame, all this music before a childhood friend, and he died and you're never gonna get to see him again. It's him almost like coping with it.
Never went to the hospital.
And that's why he's drinking. That's why if you see the music video, he's all fucked up.
I
thought that was so. It's just the way he spits in it. You know, where he comes with that.
There's too many songs, bro.
Crying and singing at the same time.
Oh man, there's just
Sing About Me, bro. Sing About Me.
Promise that you will sing about me.
The perspective carrying on from a story told in another album, and then a story told in the same album, and then his own perspective, bro. I was like, dog, this man can do it all, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, and yo, bro, Kendrick is just, bro. He has just magical powers, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. In fucking Higher Power, bro. Section 80, bro. The first 2 fucking lyric songs, bro. I was going crazy, bro. First bars, bro. What is it? Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. Malcolm X put a hex on my future. Someone catch me. That's the first 2 fucking bars, bro. I was, oh shit.
That's not even the best ones in the song either, bro.
I know, my hands, but that's what I'm saying. That's
I write my own hieroglyphs, bro. I write my own story, dog.
Oh my god, bro.
You know what though? You know what? There's one Nas song that, to me, every time I listen to it, bro, it just blows my fucking mind. A lot of people never heard the song because it was never released. It was actually from his demo tape before Illmatic. It was part of his demo tape that he gave to the producers in order for him to get, in a shot to shoot Illmatic. There's one song called Deja Vu. Have you heard it? Have you guys heard it?
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna listen to it.
Go
to YouTube, look up Deja Vu, right? I'm gonna sing you the first verse because I know the whole song by heart. And I don't even have to sing. I'm just gonna speak it to you, bro, and you'll see the capacity of the song. Ready? Shit, how does it go?
Yeah, that's what happens. You get nervous, bro.
I'm nervous.
Nah, you got it. Got it.
Got it. You guys ready?
Okay.
Through the lights, cameras, action glitters in gold. I unfold the scroll, plant seeds to stampede the globe when I'm deceased. By then, the inner beast will rise like yeast to conquer peace, leaving savages to roam in the streets. Live on the run, police paying me to give in my gun. Trick my wisdom with the system that imprisoned my son. Smoke a gold leaf, I hold heat. Nonchalantly, I'm raunchy, but things I do is real and never haunts me. Wow. Funny style niggas rolling the pow. Rooster heads profound and bust to Rikers out. Owning weed inside a pussy with their minds on the pretty things in life. Giving props, that's a true thug's wife. It's like a cycle. Go home, someone go in, do a bullet, come back and do the same shit again. From the womb to the tomb, I presume the unpredictable. Gun salute, light rapidly, that's the ritual.
Bro. Those are some fucking bars, bro.
Anyone can say that and sound nasty, bro.
Yo, when I first heard that, I was just like,
this man said
down there and listen to
the scroll and then like the word play right there. I couldn't even it was just the same sound. That's
I gotta read it and study it, bro, and I gotta just encrypt it into my mind, bro.
I want you guys to listen to the song.
Deja Vu is the name of the song, bro. I definitely gotta dive into it, bro. Oh man, bro. It's bro. you think that's just instilled in them, bro? Like in certain people, they could just do certain things like that, or just takes practice?
I think
both.
There's a natural tendency to it. 100% there's a naturality to it. But again, I'm such a big fan of Nas. There's actually a documentary on him. It's called Time Is All Matter.
Okay.
I was watching. Now, a lot of people don't know this. Nas is actually a school dropout. He dropped out in 8th grade. Never even went to high school. What he did, his father.
Queensbridge,
baby, QB.
Yeah.
41st side, 40 side, whatever you rep, don't matter to me. Anyway, he dropped out of 8th grade, never went to high school, dropped out of 9th grade. But he talked about his father pretty much told him, his father just made him read books all day and night. Feel me? And that's what really what drew me to it. I was like, I remember like people like him, for example, also like Malcolm X. A lot of, if you've read the autobiography of Malcolm X pretty much was illiterate most of his life until he went to prison. And in prison, he taught himself how to read through the dictionary. And then he read just a multitude of books while he was in prison. And then he came out to be the man that we now know as Malcolm X. And incredibly, if you ever watch Malcolm X interviews,
that's accurate, bro.
His ability just to speak, to articulate himself, to get his thoughts together, it's just like impeccable. It's immaculate the way he can speak to people and all the knowledge that he has. And how do you get like that? Just books. I'll give you another perfect example. Huey Newton. Huey Newton was the leader of the Black Panther Party. I also read his autobiography. Very good. If you guys ever want, it's called Revolutionary Suicide. He talks about growing up in Oakland, and Oakland's just a little north from LA. In Oakland, he talks about he pretty much graduated high school, still with the inability to read. He couldn't read because what happens is the schools are so poorly funded. They literally just bring kids in, keep them occupied for a few hours, kick them out. They come out of high school with a diploma they can't even read. So he pretty much took it upon himself. He read the same thing. He read the dictionary, just read books and books, read Plato, read Aristotle, read philosophy. And then if you watch his interviews and you read his book, he's incredibly articulate, incredibly well-knowledge, and just an all-around fucking genius. How do these people get this knowledge? It's not through the education system. It's because they read books. They found this knowledge themselves. And that's what I fucking tell people all the time, bro. You don't need a school to read, bro. You don't need a school to be smart. Go find that knowledge for yourself, and you'll really find what's true out there in the world. There's plenty of examples of people like that. And again, Nas was one of them. So Nas dropped out in 9th grade. His father just made him read books. And then he's able to articulate poems and rhymes like that, which he's known for.
He's fucking beast, bro. Oh, man.
That's true, bro.
Bro, there's
nobody,
just,
bro.
What you need is like a drive, right? You need like a motivation for something. And you just need like a curiosity, bro. You can't just be stuck in what the fuck you're living in. You got to question it, bro. And you got to try to.
I mean, we're all that as kids, bro. What happens that gets rid of that? Because that's what happened. Like, the curiosity, I feel like
it's being misled, bro, is what it is.
Well, you get comfortable too, bro.
Like babies, bro.
I give a fuck.
For example, bro, babies, bro. When little babies, bro, 6 months, bro, right? I got a godson. He's bro, mad curious, bro, and he can't even speak words, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bro, but he, like, you could just tell he looks at the world like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I put on, like, we wear masks in this fucking day and age. I was wearing a mask when I walked into the crib. He was looking at me like, what the fuck? And then I took it off and he was like, yo, like, he looking at, like, you could tell, like, he's not talking, right? But you could tell he's looking at me like, how the fuck did he just change his fucking face, bro? You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and it's instilled in us to have that curiosity, bro. But then we're misled, bro. You got to do it this way. No, don't fucking look at this. Don't read that, bro. Don't. It's,
and that's what that curiosity breeds, if bred properly, is the ability to be a free thinker.
Yes.
See, coming back to what we were talking about earlier, if you breed that curiosity smart enough, or well enough, better said, and you allow that child who is curious, which every child is, you allow that child to pick at that, to grow that naturally. You allow him to experiment with things. You know, you see if he's good at this, you allow him to play with that. You allow him to read this. And then eventually his curiosity will come into a concentration and find that purpose that we talked about. But it needs to be natural, and it needs that curiosity needs to be, properly guided. But we live in a day and age where that's the complete opposite of what we do. Instead, we have a child that's curious, and we put him into a school system that fucking just sucks that curiosity out of him.
It's not just school, though.
Out of the kid. And it's just not just school, too. It's just society.
Because even at home, bro, don't touch that, don't do that, don't do this, bro. Like don't.
That's what I'm saying. There's no like explaining, bro. Like, bro, all right, why can't I touch that? Curious, answer the fucking questions. You know what I mean? Like, and you explain. It's just
because
like,
because I said so.
It's because I said so. You know what I'm saying? You're shut down. All right, that's cool.
So you'd be like, yo, don't touch that because it's dangerous and you can get hurt, or don't.
And then you just get used to
it's
complying.
fragile. You're gonna break it, or don't touch that because I don't want you to touch it.
No,
because I say so, bro.
Yeah, if they get used to complying, where it's like you beat these kids down, like you can't do this, you can't do that. No, that's not good enough for you. No, you don't want to do that. No, you can't shave. No, you're not gonna be a musician. That's not gonna make you any money. No, you gotta be an accountant. Go be a fucking accountant. An artist, you're not gonna be an artist. Be realistic. You're not gonna survive off artistry. You know, go be a cook. Go run a business. They kill the passion out of kids. You feel me? They kill that curiosity. They don't even give them a chance to chase it. If a kid wants to be an artist, by all means, you know what you should tell him? You want to be an artist? Fuck it. Go all for it. Go see what you can do.
What can I do to help? That's what you're supposed to say.
What can I do to help? You feel me? And if he fails, he fails.
Yeah, but now he knows.
All right, what's next?
Now he knows. You feel me? Now he knows. But that's never given. The option's never
failure is just a mind state.
It's difficult, bro. Because I don't know. It's like weird, bro. You don't want to be like super put kids in a box, but I don't know. Is there like a? I'm not saying that there is.
Was I telling you? Oh, I wasn't telling you this. I was telling Omi this. I was like, it's kind of you gotta teach kids, but act like you're not teaching them, bro. It's gotta be like behind them, bro. Like the way
like you're just planting seeds, bro. And
yeah, it's like they think they're learning or they're making their own decisions, but in reality, you're just guiding them behind them, but they don't know it. That's what'll work, bro. Because then you make sure that they're going on the right track, but
okay,
it's their track. It's not your track.
I have a question, right? Like, so if because you don't want to instill kids in a box, but can you give them so much freedom where they stray away?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because what if a kid is like, yo, they're mad curious, bro. They throw a rock at an animal, bro, and then they kill the animal, and then they're like, ooh, I felt power, bro. Then they're gonna go and do it again, and then do it again, and then like it could become their purpose.
Instill habits, yeah.
And then that's something that they shouldn't do. That's why you go, oh, you just killed that animal, like, and you just ask them questions, and then they'll start explaining how it felt to them, and then you'd be like, oh, but you know that's killing is bad, bro, this and that, you know, because if you let a kid that killed an animal like that, most likely they're gonna grow up to be some sort of abuser as well, bro, because it's just like what they.
Very, very true. Again, it's more just being. It's being, I think, as a parent and as a teacher, you should be more of a guiding hand. You know, you're not a dictator. You don't tell them what to do, where to do it, how to do it. You guide them. You know what? I believe it's like you stand behind them. You know what I mean? You get them by the waist, and you lead them. You feel me? If they want to go in this direction, well, okay, all right, let's see how that goes. And if they fail, they'll fail on their own terms. They'll know what went wrong. You feel me? They'll know then what to do to better that. But if you push them in one direction, and they think that's the only direction,
they can never know what the fuck was on the other side.
They never know what's on the other side. Feel me? But as long as they went in that direction, it didn't work out, they didn't like it, it is what it is. That's just how life works. But they'll realize, they're like, okay, you know what, that wasn't for me. Let me go on again this way. Let me go again this way. You feel me? And then they grow a sense of what's out there, what's for me, what are the possibilities of life. And that, again, all breeds a free thinker.
And if you don't, even the opposite, bro, because if you give them not a helping hand, you tell them what the fuck to do, then when they find out that there is something outside of what the fuck you were telling them, they're just going to resent you for hiding that shit from their whole lives. They're going to be like...
Not hiding there, just like...
Or you weren't letting them explore something else. So they're going to be
you're going to be like a lot of the reasons why they didn't do stuff. You're going to be that...
And they're going to resent you for that reason. They're going to be like,
yeah.
Why did you do this to me, bro? I could have been this, and that, bro. But you didn't let me. Then they hate you, bro. And that shit sucks, bro. But I don't know. I'm no parent yet. And I ain't trying to be.
I don't know. But it's not. But I'll definitely say.
But the youth is important for sure.
It is, but I'll definitely say parenting is hard as fuck too, bro.
Yeah.
There's not you know what I'm saying? There's not the cheat codes to being a good parent, bro. Because you could think you're doing everything right, and then you fuck up your kid, bro.
Very much.
Like, you know, and then you see it time and time again. The same parents, right, with the same kids, right? One kid is drug dealing, bro, doping it up, and the other kid is in college, bro, or whatever. You know what I mean? but they're parented the same way. Like it's kind of influenced too. Like it's kind of like that path you were talking about.
It's the city you grow up into, like the people.
There's definitely a lot of influence involved. And obviously some kids are more susceptible to influence than others. You feel me? And for example, that scenario, there could be two brothers, parents taught them exactly the same, but one ended up doing good for himself in college, the other one ended up being a dealer. You feel me? Some shit like that, And then you would think, okay, where was the flaw? Did the parents fuck up? Because one kid did good, the other didn't. But the issue is that you also got to remember the individuality of it. You feel me? Not every kid's the same. I mean, some kids are more susceptible to change. Some kids are more susceptible to influence. So you, as a parent, as a teacher, as an influencer in that way, you hold that responsibility to guide that kid as much as you can in a moral path. You feel me? If that kid needs a little more oversight than the other, then you go help that kid. You feel me? But again, we, as a parent, you need to be mentally capable to do that. You need to be ready, because you shouldn't have kids if you're not ready. Sadly so, that's not the case. But if you're going to be a parent, you have to be mentally ready to know what your child needs and with the kind of attention that he needs. Because you might have one kid that needs more attention than the other, but you need to be able to understand that.
And distinguish that. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's tough, bro. That's a tough job, bro. That's why, bro. Shout out to my mom, bro. My fucking dad, bro. I don't know if they did something right or wrong, but I'm happy, bro. I'm thankful.
Bad. We ain't doing too bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? Like we're thank you. Mommy, if you're watching this, bro, thank you.
My mom. Hey, yo, bro.
I love you, Mom. Yo, if you're watching this, tell your mom you love them. Tell your dad you love them.
Shout out to my dad, who probably never watched this. He does like that I'm doing a show. We probably never watched this, but I'll show you later, Bobby. I'll show you.
No.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, bro. That's
damn, yo.
Damn, bro. That
bro. Like, I look forward to being a dad one day. I very much look forward to it, bro. I think I just love. Again, I want to be a professor, and I like being that guiding hand. You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm like afraid but excited, bro.
Me too. So like my older brother and my cousin, they just had recently had kids, and like it's fucking awesome, bro. Like you see the change in these dudes, bro. Like my brother was like quiet, chilling dude, but he was like one of those dudes that like he was kind of like gritty and dirty in the streets. You know what I'm saying, bro? And he was out here, bro. You know what I mean? And then to see that he was this guy. Yo, I gotta live in the streets because that's the life I live, bro. That's the only choice I have. He was that dude. And then you just see the change because he had a kid, bro. And like it's
that's good, bro.
Being a parent must be like the coolest thing ever, bro.
I have a buddy of mine. Amaya. I'm gonna tell Amaya right now. I'm gonna tell him to watch and listen to this. I'm gonna shout you out real quick, bro. I give this dude the utmost respect. I grew up with him since we were kids, right? Now he had a son, Sebastian. He's about to be a year old in a few weeks.
Happy birthday, bro, Sebastian, bro.
Happy birthday to Sebastian. Yo, shout out my little man. Yo, Amaya, Christian, right? His name's Christian Amaya. He was doing his thing. He's a kid. He's a kid growing up in Revere, Chelsea. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing, whatever the case may be. But I applaud him so much because when he had his kid, man, even though he was young, he was 22, 21 when he had Sebastian. And he buckled down, man. He's a great father, bro. He's a great father, man. I admire him very much for that. He got a good job. He supports his family. He supports his baby's mother. And he's an all-around. He's a very responsible individual. And I tip my hat off to him. Because if I were in the situation that he is now, I don't know what I would do. You feel me? But he took that responsibility like a man. And that's what we need more out here. We need men. You feel me? Take that responsibility on. If you have enough guts to go have sex unprotected and to get a woman pregnant, you know what? Grab your balls and have him be a fucking dad, man.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're man enough to have sex, man, you're man enough to be a father. So if that's the outcome that arises from that, stop being a pussy and do it.
Do it up.
Do it up. And there's too many. It's a sad situation, bro. It's a very sad situation. And it's something that leads to a lot of turmoil.
Yeah, for sure.
That's very persistent, specifically in communities of color. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Most of my buddies growing up, we didn't have our dads growing up. And honestly, it was actually very odd because I realized it. I remember like a year ago, I was sitting with all my buddies and I had a thought. I was like, yo, we're all Latino. We all grew up in, low, mid-income families. None of us had our dads around. How weird is that? It was like 6, 7 of us. I was like, every single one of us, bro. That's not good. That's a bad ratio.
That is a bad ratio.
That's an issue that's predominant, especially in brown and black communities, bro. And we need to change that. Because you have now these kids who are growing up fatherless, who are growing up without that guidance that we were just talking about. And then they're susceptible to all kinds of influences, especially growing up in a poor, impoverished community. You grow up with the influences of gangs, of drugs, of street life. And that leads nowhere. You feel me? But these kids don't have that fatherly figure, that guidance that they need. And sad, very sad. And it leads to a lot of the issues we got today.
It's true, bro. It's just crazy. Man, the world is, man, this world, bro, it makes me so happy. It's just the world, bro. And it just, I feel like, and it just upsets me at the same time, bro. Like I can never have, like, you know what I mean? It's just, oh man, we're getting there, bro. We're gonna go through it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's just, we gotta just be patient, bro. Like I said, bro, problems are solved with time. We just gotta let the time pass by. Boom. But actually do stuff too at the same time. But yo, bro, this was a fire ass episode, bro. This shit went literally. Yo, I had tingles on my back. I cried, bro. Like,
Juan, bro, you're a fucking beast, bro.
Beast, bro. Yo, there's still more to talk about that I had, like, all this shit I had notes on. We didn't talk about it at all. I think that's gonna be for another episode, though. I'm gonna say.
Bro, I know, yo. If you ever want to come back, bro, we're definitely gonna send the invites, bro. You ever want to come back? You're definitely more than welcome any fucking time.
Yes, sir, bro. Fired. I'm gonna call this shit free thinking, bro.
If I somehow got fucking, I don't know, if I somehow got Bill Gates, bro, and he was like, I want to be in the messy room, and my guy Juan was like, hey, let me be in this week, and Bill Gates was last week, I'm gonna message Bill Gates and say, hey, we're doing your episode next week, buddy. That's how great the episode is, bro. Yeah, you got the boot, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
I love talking about, bro. You guys are real smart individuals, man. We need more, we need more intellectuals out there. You know what I mean? We need more free thinkers. We need people out there who question things.
Thank you, bro.
Ability. I appreciate y'all having me. You guys are some smart motherfuckers.
Appreciate you, bro, taking your time, bro. I know you're a busy man, bro. With the, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing photography skills, the amazing videography skills, the amazing filmmaking skills, ladies and gentlemen, and he's a scholar, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for his fucking masters.
Yo, I thought we were going to talk about cameras for sure, bro. That's literally what I thought we were going to talk about, cameras and videos.
Respect this man, ladies and gentlemen. He's a fucking busy guy. We talked about
fucking books, bro.
He's obviously going to the gym. He's doing it all, ladies and gentlemen. This man's Jack D's, bro. Smart as fuck, bro. This man's the guy, ladies and gentlemen. So you gotta follow him on IG, bro. You gotta go on his website, bro. You gotta go on his YouTube, bro. You gotta follow this guy. You gotta talk to him, bro. You see him on the street, you gotta say hello because he's a fucking beast, ladies and gentlemen.
Birdman hands, Birdman. Yo, if y'all want books, I'm gonna send books y'all way. You know, I want
definitely, bro. I just
recommendations.
Bro, I have a book, ladies and gentlemen. You know, sometimes my packages go missing, so I gotta, send them to my cousin's house. But whatever, I got a book at my cousin's crib, bro, and it's awesome, bro. And it's Edward Snowden's book that he released last year, talking about all the fucking shit that's happened. That's definitely something I'm gonna be diving into, bro. But send books my way, bro. I'm always trying to read them.
Yo, Jason, you know what you should read, bro? I think since you like reading about science and stuff, you should read. Have you heard of Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yes, sir.
He came out with a new book a little while ago, Astrophysics for Dummies.
Okay.
Very good book.
Astrophysics?
Oh, okay. Astrophysics for Dummies, bro.
Astro, is it?
Yeah, astrophysics is like...
That's not the name. It's Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Neil deGrasse Tyson came out with it. Incredible book. Here's the thing. Here's the beauty of Astro. I'll leave you guys with one more idea. And I think a lot of people realize this. There's always that constant battle between science and religion and philosophy, blah, blah. People are always debating what's what. Astrophysics did a lot for me. And molecular physics, because of what it did, it breaks down all these ideas that religion talks about God, about us, about where we come from. And you realize when you think about like Christianity or Islam, and then you cross that with East Asian philosophy, with Taoism, with Buddhism, and you cross that with actual physical science, knowledge. You put that all together and you realize at the end of the day, it's all the same fucking shit that everybody's talking about. It is literally word for word the exact same thing. People are just saying it in different manners, but it's all the same. And astrophysics was something really cool that tied it all in for me. But so I think you would like it a lot. It's very
All right,
cool.
bro. I'll check it out.
Jason, buy the book, read it, then send it my way, bro.
All right.
And we'll talk about my next podcast.
No, I'm not giving you no more books, bro.
Why not?
Because you lost my book.
By accident, bro. What the hell? I'm gonna buy you another one, bro.
That's still losing it before, whether it was accident or on purpose.
You want to take one of my books,
How do you
bro?
lose something on purpose, bro? You just left it somewhere and didn't want to go get it again.
What the? I didn't, bro. It was by accident.
Bad dude, huh? I've had, you know how many books I've given out that I never got back? That's why
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's the
I didn't
beauty
read
of
it
books,
yet.
bro.
I didn't. All right, I'll read it first. I only give you books I've already read.
Books are meant to travel, bro.
I agree.
And
If someone borrows you a book, I hate when people don't give me my book back.
Yo, it's just I didn't get to read it
you
yet.
gotta
I didn't
love
get to
that.
read it yet.
All right, that's my fault, bro. We were going to Vegas, bro. 6-hour flight. I didn't know. It was my first time on a plane. I didn't know I could sleep 6 hours on a fucking flight. I thought I was gonna read that whole book. I'm sorry, bro.
That's a long book.
Things happen, bro.
That's a long book, bro.
Yo, but ladies and gentlemen,
Yo, for sure.
it's time for the messy moment.
Messy moment. Messy moment. Messy moment.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? This guy is a fucking beast. If you don't think he's a beast after the greatest shit that we said, bro. And all that shit we said. And it was so fucking good. If you still don't think he's a fucking beast, you're off it. You're I don't know what the
You're
fuck
on
is wrong with you.
cloud 9.
You're on cloud 9. You're on cloud like 89, bro. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, oh man, we're in the messy moment, ladies and gentlemen. Messy moment is a time where we can reflect and we dive into the podcast and the amazing conversation we have with Juan. This man's a beast, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm glad I met him. I learned so much. I'm glad he was on my show. He took the time to be, on this show that me and Jason love so much. I'm glad he took the time, and I'm glad it was important. It was awesome, and it was straight cool.
Boom.
Yeah, bro. So
I'm gonna do it first. Let me go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go first. So, Juan, first of all, bro, that shit was fucking crazy, bro. I really was not expecting that to go travel so quickly, bro. Like, it was literally like I finally got to my deepest thoughts, like within the short amount of time, bro. But it was fun. I'm gonna highlight one thing that you said though. It was if you find your purpose, you owe it to yourself to go and pursue it. Cause bro, it's not easy to find your purpose. Not every day that you wake up and you're like, yo, this is exactly what I want to do. So when you feel that shit inside, bro, like I finally found it for myself, bro. When I was reading Tesla, bro, and I realized I love to think, bro, and I want to give my stupid shit that I think of in my head, I want to give it to the world. I was like, bro, that's my purpose. I want to pursue science, bro. Now I wake up every day and I feel, bro, that step is because I told my foot I wanted to go there, and I know it's because I wanted to go there. That shit's not easy. So when you find that purpose, bro, please, for the love of God and for the love of yourself and your own sanity, it's what's going to make you happy. So pursue it, bro. Do it up, bro. That's the
Yes, sir.
bring back to the world greatness.
Preach, son.
Boom.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, bro. Once again, yo, Juan, thank you, bro. It was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to follow him on everything. Yo, Juan, let them know where they can follow you on the IG, the Twitter, whatever social media you got, bro. The website, bro. You got to let them know real fast, bro.
For sure. My Instagram, Juan Jurado Visuals. I'm sure my team over here probably, you guys will put it in there.
Yeah,
Boom.
for sure, bro, for sure.
And then my website, juanejurado.com. That's really pretty much all I use. I don't use YouTube too often. If I post anything, I'm sure you'll find it on my Instagram. So
Yeah, boom.
But
Follow him
even
on
if
the
he
gram,
doesn't
bro.
post that often, you still got to give him that follow, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you got to like, subscribe, and comment some great shit. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we just bring you nothing but the heavy fucking hitters. This is the perfect example of why we bring the heavy hitters. But the messy moment, ladies and gentlemen. Man, there's just so many. Every time. There's just so many messy moments. But my messy moment for this episode is how I felt. How I felt during this whole episode. This episode was amazing. So in the episode, I talk about that Kendrick Lamar is my favorite hip hop artist, right? He's my favorite artist because the way he makes me feel, right? And the way, like, whenever I listen to his music, I learn something new, and I'm engaging, and oh man, it sparks fireworks in my head. I'm going crazy. I'm learning some shit. I'm growing as a human, right? That's how I felt during this episode. It was unexpected, like Jason was saying. I thought we were gonna talk about fucking cameras. You know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's beauty in the art that Juan does. That's what I thought we were gonna talk about, right? And then we dive into this amazing, world-changing conversation that has inspired me in every which way. Like, I want to do some push-ups and shit. That's how much energy I have. And we're just talking, you know what I mean? Like, this is fucking awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I can't thank Juan enough, man. Thank you, bro, for being on my show, me and Jason's show. Thank you for just being you, bro, and thank you for just taking the time for it's awesome, bro. Thank you. That's my messy moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate y'all. First, I want to say I appreciate you guys for having me. You know, y'all my homies. You guys, I'm glad to have you guys as friends. You know, and I'm glad you guys are someone that I can talk about these things because as the current situation our day and age is, not a lot of people want to talk about things like this. So I'm good you guys put it out there, especially on a platform for others to hear.
Thank you, bro.
I think for me, my messy moment would probably be what I said earlier, where I was talking about the greatest enemy to mankind, our number one foe, ladies and gentlemen, is just misfortune. You feel me? Just common misfortune. It comes and goes. It takes away what it pleases. It'll take away your car tomorrow, it'll take away your house the next day, it'll take away your wife the next day, it'll take away whatever the fuck it wants. You feel me? So us as individuals, if we want to find happiness, we want to find value in something, don't find value in something that misfortune can take away. Don't find value in money because money can be gone tomorrow. Don't find value in physical amenities because those things can be taken away the next day. Find value in something that has stability, that has a foundation. Find value in yourself, in your mind, and in that purpose that you believe that you are here on this planet for. You know why? Because if you find that misfortune, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be very hard for it to take away. If misfortune wants to take away your mind, then it's going to have to take away you. And yeah, that day will come when you die. Sure, it comes for everybody. But at least you have a few good days on earth here before that happens. You feel me? Ladies and gentlemen.
Boom, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boom, like Jason says. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Fucking awesome, bro.
Wait till this man's book comes out, bro. I'm gonna be reading that shit, bro.
I'm reading it like 8,000 times, bro. You're a fucking beast, bro. Oh,
it was a great time, bro.
Personal copies.
Signed, bro, please.
Signed, bro. Yeah. It's bro. It's the saddest time of the show. It's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you gotta like, subscribe, and comment some great shit. You gotta follow us on the IG, Our Messy Rooms. You gotta follow us on the Twitter, Our Messy Rooms. You gotta subscribe to us on YouTube.
My room's a mess. I guess you're probably watching us on this shit or something.
Yeah, whatever. You gotta follow us on anything. You gotta follow Juan on everything. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta like, subscribe on everything that he does. You gotta comment on all the great shit he does, and just say hi if you see him on the streets, because he's a fucking awesome dude, ladies and gentlemen. But that's the wrap of the show. Check you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll check you later.
Boom! That's the show.